and also Nick Belgrave, Adam G in the bunker. I'm Andrew Moore in the boardroom alongside Luke Lewis. We've got Laurie Spooner on the touchline. Let's do it. Here's the kickoff. The Cowboys running right to left as you look at your radio or phone, and it goes down to the northern end of the ground. Taken by Kennedy, gives it left to Rudolph, and he steps straight through. A lazy attempt from Taumalolo. Caught by Cotter, 18 out from his own line. Brayley sends it left, and it's going to be Hirotti up to the 30-metre line. He's put to the ground. In came Lukey and also Marnie. Now set a field for the Sharks. It's Jesse Colhoun. He's contained by Marnie and Cotter, 13 short of halfway. Played to Brayley. Goes right to Adam Fanua-Blake. He steps into defence of Clifford and two others, including Cohen Hess. 20 in from touch western side, 2 short of halfway. Now it goes open side left to Kennedy centre field, claimed by Taumalolo. Bringing up the last for the Sharks. 7 metres in Cowboys half. It comes right to Nico Hines. The kick from 45 metres out, down to the southwest corner. It's caught by Murray Tulangi, and he returns it into Burns and Fanua-Blake and Talakai, and forced back 19 out from his own line. Plays at 15 in for the western touchline to Clifford. A show and go by Clifford, and then Fanua-Blake picks him up and literally nearly buries him into the turf. Look, it wasn't all that dangerous, but he put him in a position you're not allowed to. First penalty of the night goes to the Cowboys. 1 minute 20 gone. Luke Lewis, a very good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening, Andrew. And I'm going to say that was ridiculously soft. He didn't even put any weight on him. He held him up and doesn't go on the ground with him. He's still got the whole body in the air. But for North Queensland, that's a good start. They get a penalty, come out of their own end. They kick up field. They're going to get a tap just before halfway.
Yeah, 6 metres short of it by Purdue. Goes to the right, Clifford to Dearden. Then back on the inside, it comes to McKaylee. He's up to halfway. There to greet him was Colhoun, Fanua-Blake and Brayley. 1 metre in Sharks territory. Played to Marnie. Goes to the right side and hitting the ball up Cohen Hess. He's up over the 40. Finally contained. No, he got through Wilton. Put to the ground by Trindle. 34 out from the goal line. Marnie sends it left to Taumalolo. Bit of footwork, but he's tackled centre field. 29 out from the Cronulla line. 2 minutes gone. No score. Cowboys with it. Marnie goes to the left. Through hands. Clifford to Dearden to Cotter. He's felled. 18 out from the line. And 20 in from the western touchline by Billy Burns. Comes right to Dearden. Then quick hands from Drinkwater to Lukey. But he ran straight into the defence and he's driven backwards by KL Iro. Back beyond the 20 on the last. And Marnie goes short side right to Dearden. Kicks over the top rather innocuously. Taken by Kennedy. And he's put to the ground 6 out from his own line. 2.5 gone, no score. Let's check in on the touchline at Townsville Stadium. Conditions and how he sees the match. It's the great Laurie Spooner. Good evening again, Loz.
Hey, Andrew. Yeah, 26 degrees here. There was windy earlier, but it's still, spine-tingling stuff before the game. Great to see the NRL giving the Anzac so much. And I tell you what, this game here is going to be really full on. This Cronulla side looks really fit, fresh. And I tell you what, they've dropped one already.
Yeah, the 3Fs, fit, fresh, and the fumbles. As Brayley from dummy half, it just slipped straight out of his hand. So a scrum feed to the Cowboys, 20 out from the Cronulla-Sutherland line. 3 minutes 15 gone. No score, but an opportunity presents itself here for the home team, Louis.
Well, you won't see another error like that from Brayley again in another 120-plus games that he has played straight. I tell you, he's so safe. It's a very bizarre error there from him, but this is a really good opportunity early for the Cowboys.
We'll get the text shortly, 0467 920 222. From the scrum win, it comes inside to Taumalolo, put to the ground by Colhoun and Rudolph. About 18 out from the Cronulla-Sutherland goal line. Marnie goes right, Clifford away to Dearden. Then out the back, Drinkwater. He burnt past Hero to score. That's Scott Drinkwater at his best. That's Scott Drinkwater that the Dragons are hoping to see for the next 3 years, and Cowboys fans want to see between now and October. Brilliant from the Cowboys fullback, and they make the Sharks pay for the Blake Brayley error. 4 minutes gone. North Queensland 4, Cronulla-Sutherland 0.
Yeah, really nice football here from the Cowboys. They're just all doing their job, but I love what Tommy Dearden does. He plays nice and early, gives Drinkwater plenty of time to get that ball out the back, creates a 2-on-1, but it was the line that was created from Tom Chester. He runs a beautiful in line, which sucks in Kyle Hero there and just gives that 2-on-1, and then it's a simple little show and go there from Scotty Drinkwater, and then he gets down low so he can't get taken out, scores a great try. What a beautiful start from the Cowboys. Couldn't ask for any better.
4-0 they lead. Let's go to the touchline and Laurie Spina.
Yeah, Louis said it spot on there. It was the timing of the pass there. Tom Dearden, beautiful pass and Drinkwater when he's in a position like that, the acceleration, and like he said, he had to dive low, and good try, Cowboys. Great start.
So the conversion attempt will come from the eastern touchline. 5 minutes gone. Cowboys 4, Sharks 0. NRL Friday on ABC Sport. The next game is Brisbane against Canterbury Bankstown at Lang Park, and we'll set the scene and have the preview at halftime. Quentin Hull calling with Billy Moore and Zane Bojack. So Jake Clifford lining up the conversion attempt. Kicking at about 70% this year. And he's right in from the touchline, about 3 metres in. Here he comes with a right boot, 22 metres out. He strikes it, heading towards the post. He likes it. He's kicked the goal. Magnificent fade on that from Jake Clifford. North Queensland 6, Cronulla Sutherland 0 after 5 minutes and 30 seconds. On the text line, 0467 920 222. Happy Anzac Day legends. Loving going to the long weekend with some footy. How good were the Tigers? So good. Who adds up the Eels and have a good one. Thank you, Way. Loving the call tonight with the legend Laurie Spina from Charlie and Far North Queensland. I hope the two Queensland teams get up. Go the Broncos. Also 0467 920 222. Why do the Sharks and West Tigers not have an Anzac jersey?
It's a good question.
It is a very good question.
I was actually going to ask you earlier, is it all the home teams? Well, no.
Well, no, West Tigers is the home team. Here's the kickoff. Hess has it. We'll find out through the weekend. We'll keep an eye out. 10 out from their own line. Reed Marnie sends it left to Helam Lukey. He's knocked to the ground by Jesse Colquhoun and Toby Rudolph. Played to Marnie. Sends it left again. Right in centre field, McKaylee. Burns is there with Fanua Blake and Brayley in defence. 27 out from the Cowboys line. Southern end. Played to Marnie. Sends it left to Ruben Cotter. He's caught there by Talakai and driven back by Big Sifa. Nico Hines involved as well. Finally allowed to play. Marnie takes off from dummy half. I thought Talakai mark was offside. No penalty. No set restart, and Talakai did his best to rip the ball out of Reed Marnie, but Reed holds on to it, then gives Talakai a shove. That's pretty brave. It's played on the last. Dearden a kick downfield, 5 short of halfway, straight down the throat of William Kennedy on the Sharks 10, heads up over the 20, stepped and slipped into the chase of Cohen Hess, and he'll play it 23 out from his own line. North Queensland 6, Cronulla Sutherland 0, 6 minutes 40 gone as Reed Marnie misses a tackle. The Sharkies get it up about 29 out from their own goal line. It's played now to Brayley, left to Iro, and KL Iro is going to be taken here by Dearden and Lukey, and also McKaylee. 12 short of halfway. Brayley spiralling pass right to Will Kennedy. He's scored 3 short of halfway by Marnie, Lukey and Hess. Plays it on play 5. To the right they go. Hines cut that ball to Talakai. He's up over the 40. Then links up with the winger Hiroti. He's going to be taken beautifully. Head on by Clifford. 22 out from the Cowboys line. 5 in from touch western side. On the last, Nico Hines puts up the kick. Coming down about 5 out. The ball is free. Drinkwater couldn't catch it. The ball is picked up now by Billy Burns. He's claiming the try, but the referee says, I think there's a knock on. We're going to the bunker. Let's have a listen.
Coming into 6, I have no try. Just review the contest to determine whether it's a genuine contest and then through to knock on.
That's referee Belinda Sharp. Relaying it to Adam G in the bunker. Try or no try, Louis. Far and away, Cronulla's best set.
Yeah, best set. And they're all on side, but I reckon there was a knock on. I can see Teague Wilton going up for it. He's got the eyes on the ball, so I think that's fine. But it's this play here. I think there's a knock on from
just looking
for Noah Blake.
If this is a genuine contest.
Oh, he's looking at the ball. That's genuine. He's not taking his eyes off the ball.
Does that always matter, Louis, these days?
But that's what we talked about. It's not obstruction.
Yes.
Going for the ball.
Oh, nice. Nice use of obstruction rather than the other.
You like that?
I do.
The timing of the jump for both players is good, and they're both competing in a genuine contest with both hands.
This is the play I'm worried about here. Gets the bounce. Fanua Blake comes in, but does it come off his hand or
determine if there's a knock on off Teague Wilton?
We'll get there eventually.
Ooh,
I reckon it does touch his fingers.
Yeah, I reckon it might too. Although we better go back and look at it again.
Well, you can see his fingers move. Right there, you ready?
Hang on.
And boink, see the fingers go back?
Yes, it's a knock on Cronulla. It'll be a Cowboys
ball.
ball.
Does touch Teague Wilton's hand. We're just looking at perspective now.
Oh, now we're looking at perspective.
I was hoping we'd look at perspective.
We'll come back from the news in a
Ball
minute.
travels backwards. We're playing on at this point.
Oh, it's gone
Oh,
backwards.
backwards. Of course it did. Perspective.
And then I reckon it comes off Fanua Blake's hand forward.
Well, he pushes it into the head of Drinkwater.
Yeah, that was the one I was worried about anyway. But
Well, you were right to be worried, Luke Lewis. There's got to be a knock-on. Let's get the perspective of Laurie Spina down on the
Scott
touchline.
Drinkwater takes
Yeah, the
possession,
second one.
and then it is knocked on by Adam Fanua Blake in the field of play. We have a decision at Cronulla.
Yeah. Louis was spot on first.
Yeah, as was, mate, he's got an eagle eye. Mr. Luke
to be
Lewis.
fair, Loz, we should have been about another 3 minutes into the game by now.
Okay. Boys, also the player of the match received the Paul Green medal.
Oh, yeah, of course, great representative of both clubs, Paul Green. Former Queensland State of Origin halfback, who he's tragically lost in the too distant past.
Okay, arms over.
So the end of a really good set for Cronulla ends up with a Cowboys ball. It'll be a changeover as it happened on the last, the knock-on from Fanua Blake. Oh no, it's a scrum. In it goes, 10 metres out from the Cowboys line. Comes to the left edge. And Murray Tuolungi, he's going to be caught by Brayley. About 17 out from his own line. Marnie, short side left to Ruben Cotter. That's a really good run from Cotter. Up over the 30, taken 33 out from his own line by Burns. 10 in from touch on the western side. Now it's Taumalolo. He's dealt with by 4 Sharks defender. Rudolph was the first to greet him. 12 short of halfway. Marnie, short side left he goes to Clifford. He's taken the line on a couple of times. Here he's caught by Colquhoun, Brayley and Rudolph on halfway. Now Marnie spins it right to Dearden. Short ball away to McKaylee, and he's put to the ground 7 metres in Sharks territory, bringing up the last. Cowboys 6, Sharks 0 at Townsville Stadium. The kick from Tom Dearden, 42 metres out. It's going down to the 20-metre line, bounces on its point. It's tapped back here by the Cowboys. Cohen Hess punches the ball back, but the Sharks are waiting for it through Adam Fanua Blake. 34 out from his own line. He was just having a bit of an old snoozeroo and turned out to be Johnny on the spot. As now Stone Street is tackled 7 short of halfway, played to Brayley. It comes right to Iro, and they're in great field position here. Cronulla Sutherland, 12 metres in North Queensland territory, but it's the Cowboys leading 6-0 after 8 minutes and 40 seconds. Brayley sends it left to Wilton. Stepping run by Teague, and it's a set restart to Cronulla Sutherland as well, the first of the night. Played 30 out to Brayley, goes right to Fanua Blake. Short ball Colquhoun, nearly intercepted by Cotter. Clifford the tackle, 19 metres away. Now dummy half Brayley goes left to Trindle, hands it off on the inside to Rudolph. Tried to steamroll Lukey, but Heelan brings him down 9 metres out. Rudolph quickly to his feet. Played to Brayley, goes right to Hines and away to Talakai through one, and he'll just treat Tuolungi like he's a backpack. Carries him over to score the try. CSE for Talakai, that old cliche rings true. Too big, too strong. CSE for Talakai, the try. 9 minutes 30 gone first half. North Queensland 6, Cronulla Sutherland 4, Luke Lewis.
Yeah, well, this is just too easy for the Sharks. They make that amount of that many easy meters coming out of their own end, and they're just playing really, really fast through the middle of the field. Some quick play the balls, and that got him into perfect field position. And then coming over to this right edge, Nico wants the ball. He gets a nice wide pass, and it's just a simple little block play. Really bad read there from the Cowboys centre in Jackson Purdue. He just comes up and in, and didn't really need to. His back row on the Cronulla Sharks was covered, and it leaves a wide space there for CC Talakai, and he's just too hard. If you try and get him that close, that big human, he's that strong, he's that fast, and he just scores a simple try. But that is a soft try for the Cronulla Sharks, but well done.
All right, we'll update scores around the ground. And a tick down to the touchline, Laurie Spina.
Yeah, scary sign. They were making a lot of yards up the middle, the Sharks side. I tell you what, that's why the reason why the Cowboys really can't get on top of them. They've got a big side, but they're so mobile. And Talakai too strong from Purdue. Yeah, he should have moved quickly to him around the legs, but yeah, bad numbers there and bad miss. Good try, Cronulla Sharks.
Nico Hines kicking just under 80% on the year. Moves in, 10 in from the western touchline. Strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal. So Nico Hines 1 out of 1. North Queensland and Cronulla Sutherland 6 apiece. We've had 11 minutes of play in NRL Friday on ABC Sport. And Nico Hines down needs only 4 more points to become just the 4th player in Cronulla Sutherland history to get to 800 points with the Sharks.
Oh, you get that easy. 4 points.
I would have thought so.
Yeah, they'll probably get it tonight.
I would think he's every chance. Around the grounds, New South Wales Cup full-time, South 22 defeated Melbourne 16, Jersey Flegg, Parramatta 28, leading Manly Warringah 6, and Super Rugby, Canterbury Crusaders 12, leading New South Wales 6. So here's the restart, and the Sharkies getting that try back to level it up at 6. Kennedy to catch, 10 out from his own, or rather on the goal line, gives it left to Rudolph. He's caught by McKaylee and Tamalolo, 13 out from his own goal line. Dummy half Brayley goes left away there to Mawane Hiroti. He's caught, 21 out from his own line, centre of the park at the northern end by Lukey and Marnie. Now Brayley sends it left to Colquhoun, taken high by Lukey, McKaylee there as well, and Marnie, 29 out from the Sharks line. Now Brayley goes right to Fanua Blake, left foot step by Adam Fanua Blake into Tamalolo, Cotter and Hess, stands in the tackle, 10 short of halfway, plays it one-handed pick up by Brayley, takes off, beats 2, then a flick pass to Nico Hines, gives it left to Kennedy over the 20, steps in field easily away from Drinkwater, got the pass away to his right, burns to Talakai, good luck. Drinkwater, if you can't catch the other bloke, you're not getting Talakai. He's got a double. Terrible defence from the Cowboys, brilliant attack from the Sharks, 12 minutes gone, and just like that, Cronulla Sutherland is in front. Sharks 10, Cowboys 6, an early double for Siva Talakai.
Yeah, just like that, double. But what about the brilliant dummy half play here from Blake Brayley? Gets up, out of dummy half, picks up one hand, beautiful little offload to find Nico. And then I thought Will Kennedy was going to the left and he had blown it there. He keeps the ball alive. And they just shifted straight out here to the right edge and Talakai. And then it's a foot race to the corner. And it's just big man again against little man. And just bumps him off.
How would you rate those 2 defensive efforts from Drinkwater? On Kennedy, Talakai had no hope.
Yeah, I give him 1 out of 10. But to be fair, that close to line, there's nearly no way of stopping him. The way that he's running that ball and that close to line, mate, he could have made better attempts. That was horrible.
Let's go to the touchline. Laurie Spooner is there.
Yeah, Blake Brayley might have made 1 error early in the game, but since then, around that dummy half play, he's done exactly the right thing. And yeah, Tamalolo was a little bit slow there, came up right up the guts there, and Cronulla just coming forward, and Talakai's got his second. Tell you what, they're making a lot of yardages, Cronulla side, struggling in defence, the Cowboys. Yeah,
that was just too easy. The whole set for the Sharkies, and that's 2 tries in 2.5 minutes to see Super Talakai. 10-6 Sharks lead, 13 minutes 20 gone.
And he scored 3 in 3 minutes.
That would be something.
Has that been done before? Would have been.
3 and 3. Here's Nico Hines, 23 out, 3 in from the western touchline. He strikes it, likes it, and it's a great kick. He's kicked the goal. He's 2 out of 2, and now it's the Sharkies by 6. Cronulla Sutherland 12, North Queensland 6. Your text messages are coming through on 0467 920 222, and we appreciate you being a part of NRL Friday. Andrew, are you trying to upstage Louis? Last night it was Chopperoonie, and now Snoozaroo. What's next? Well, you never know, Paul. That's the beauty of it. So, kickoff coming. And go the Raiders, says Dave. Here's the kickoff taken by Kennedy. Gives it left to Rudolph. I feel like I've seen this show before. Runs into McKaylee and Cotter. 11 out from his own line and lost the ball into the defenders. Oh, Toby won't like that. The momentum killer. So the North Queensland Cowboys will get a scrum feed. 10 or 11 out from the Sharks line. Trailing 12-6. And Cronulla had all the momentum, Luke Lewis, and now the knock on by by Rudolph into Cotter as he met him heavily from the kick chase.
Yeah, there's a big shot there by Cotter. Oh, he might have given a bit of shoulder to the chinny. I don't know if they're going to look at it, but he's been good, Cotter, on that left edge. He's been a bit of a wrecking machine. He's getting at Nico Hines a fair bit, so he's got to continue to do that. His aggression, and he'll bring a lot out in his team.
Chance here for the Cowboys. Scrum fed and 1. Picked up by Marnie. Goes right to Dearden. Turns it into Tamalolo. Wrapped up 12 metres out from the Cronulla Sutherland line. Midfield. 14.5 minutes gone. Cronulla Sutherland up 12-6, but the Cowboys attack. It goes right to left. Dearden to Drinkwater. Away to Murray Turlungi. And he scores virtually untouched in the corner. Cowboys do fight back from the error by Toby Rudolph. Murray Tuolangi the try, and it is now Cronulla Sutherland 12, North Queensland 10, and Murray Tuolangi, who now has 7 tries in his last 9 games at Townsville Stadium. Barely, they laid a fingertip on him, Louis. 15 minutes gone, 4 tries in the game.
Well, this is ridiculous. I don't know if any team's been practicing their defence. It's all about attack at the moment. The Cowboys started off with a really nice play, get off to a really good easy lead. Sharks come back, bang, bang, 2 simple tries. And then they get one opportunity here, the North Queensland Cowboys. They come to that left edge, beautiful bit of play, really nice skill. And it was a nice little pass there from Drinkwater. It just gets the ball to Murray Tuolangi in the right amount of space, right at the right time. A great finish, very hard to stop there. One hand out, slams in the corner, and they're back in the game. 12-10 kick to come.
Is this going to keep going for 80 minutes?
Well, you know what's funny? I had a feeling at the start in the first couple of sets, I was going to say something, but I thought, I feel like there's going to be a lot of points in this game. It's just going to go back and forth. At the moment, it's delivering.
Well, let's go to the touchline again, and Laurie Spina.
Entertaining footballs, they're throwing her out, that's for sure. Not a lot of good marking up in defence, and I tell you what, Craig Fitzgibbon would have sent out a message to Toby Rudolph, don't drop that beep beep ball.
Oh, you reckon he gave him the double road runner? Here's Jake Clifford, 24 metres out, half a metre in from the beep beep Western touchline. 12-10 Sharks to draw level. His first kick was a beauty from the other side of the field. Clifford, he strikes it. He's got the fade, not enough. He's going to miss to the near side, no goal. So Cronulla Sutherland retains a lead, 12 points to 10 over North Queensland. We've only had 16 minutes, and all up, Louis, 3 tries in the last 5 minutes of game time. So not 3 and 3, and by different teams and players.
I was just about to ask him, can the Cowboys go back-to-back now and then just swap over again and get the Sharks back-to-back? The whole game, imagine that.
You score, we score, you score, we score.
Yeah, but for 80.
Yeah, love it. 0467 920 222. Salute to all Anzacs. Come on, the mighty Cowboys, the mighty Broncos, and the mighty Origin Queenslanders, says James at Mount Druitt Hospital. 0467 920 222. Are clubs profiting from Anzac jerseys sales, donating the profits? It's a great question too. One would hope that's the case. Kickoff taken by Dearden, gives it left away to Cohen Hess. And he's going to be tackled 10 out from his own goal line by Fanua Blake. And also in there was Burns. Ball played to Marnie. Goes left to Taumalolo. He's fell 14 out from his own goal line. Cronulla Sutherland 12, North Queensland 10. And it's a penalty against the Sharks. They've rushed inside the 10. So the first 2 penalties of the game go to North Queensland. And this will give a nice chance for the Cowboys to get a boost downfield. After they looked on the ropes, didn't they, having conceded those good tries to Talakai, and they find touch via Clifford right on halfway. Tap will be taken western side by Purdue. He sends a long pass to his right. Clifford to Dearden, back on the inside to McKaylee, and he's tackled a metre in Cronulla Sutherland territory by Rudolph, Colhoun and Brayley. Plays the ball now to Reid Marnie, sends it on the inside to Cohen Hess, caught by Burns and Rudolph and Colhoun, 9 metres in Cronulla's territory. Marnie goes to the right, Clifford to Dearden, short ball, Lukey lost it. That was poor from Helam Lukey, and he knows it. He's shaking his head. Picked up by Cronulla Sutherland, and they have it back now through Stone Street. He'll play at 15 short of halfway, and these errors, Louis, have been punished by both sides tonight. Just simple coughing up a possession as here's Talakai backing his way to within a few of halfway.
Yeah, been a couple of simple errors by both sides, and I tell you what, both sides have had to pay top dollar for it too, for the opposition scoring tries. So they've got to defend well here, the Cowboys, that have been struggling in the opening stages.
Sharks 7 metres in Cowboys territory. It goes now from Trindle back on the inside to Wilton. Good defence from Dearden and Taumalolo. 38 metres out from the line. Played to Brayley. Centre field right to Colhoun, and the Sharks lock is caught. 30 out from the goal line, centre field by Hess. Brayley goes right to Fanua Blake. Cotter's there, ball and all, with Dearden down low, and also coming in McKaylee. Plays the ball in the last 20 metres out. The Sharks go right to left. Trindle, then to Nico Hines, 3 huge hole. Pass away to Stone Street. Steps in field, but he's going to be taken by Chester. Changeover. The gap closed. 5 metres out from the Cowboys line. 3 in from the eastern touch line. We've had 18 minutes and 30 seconds, and it's Cronulla Sutherland 12, North Queensland 10. I thought when that hole opened up, the Sharkies were going to score, but good chase there by Chester, as now it's the Cowboys with it, just outside their 20 through that player, Tom Chester. He plays the ball now, and out of dummy half they scoot. They have it through Braden Burns. He plays the ball, Dearden. Sends it left, but the defence too good. 11 short of halfway by Nico Hines on Purdue. Right to Marnie. Goes right to McKaylee, and he flicks one out the back to Reed Marnie. 7 short of halfway. He keeps it going right. Lukey to Chester. Read beautifully off the wing by Stone Street. Made the tackle a metre short of halfway. Brings up the last. Drinkwater, the left foot kick from halfway. Good height on it. Down to Will Kennedy with the catch, and Clifford the tackle. Finishes him off 12 out from the Sharks line. 19 minutes 30 gone. Cronulla Sutherland 12, North Queensland 10. As now it's Iro out of first receiver. He's put to the ground on his own 20.
Yeah, great chase there from North Queensland and Jakey Clifford. That's what you need, but they've come up with a penalty on play two as the Sharks coming out of their own end. You can't do it. This is what Sharks love. They're getting the penalty here, having a set start just over halfway, and they're hard to hold out. So that's poor discipline from the Cowboys.
Let's go to the touchline at Townsville Stadium. Great news for the Cowboys, Laurie, with Jeremiah Nene about to come onto the field.
Yeah, what a play. He's come back from that shoulder injury there. He well needed. He's got number 12 on, so they thought he was going to start, but better off coming off the bench. They put a lot of pressure on Will Kennedy because previous games he's played, he's made a lot of yardage against them, and Clifford made a good tackling there.
Kennedy 5 short of halfway. Played to Brayley. Goes right to Hines. Looked meant to link up with Burns. He went without it. Scooped up by Mwane Hiroti, and he just gallops over into Cowboys territory by 8 metres. Plays the ball to Brayley. 12-10 Sharks lead. Cronulla Sutherland on the attack. Fanua Blake passed a dreadful attempt at tackle from Taumalolo. Quick hands Talakai. Tapped it on. Hiroti can't handle it. Went through his legs. Gee, I thought that was a knock-on. Knock back, says the referee. And he plays it on the last. 32 out. 2 in for the Western touchline. Comes left to Nico Hines with the up and under. Scott Drinkwater. Good catch. He doubled it. Comes away with it. Got away from Kennedy. Can't get away from Talakai. 12 out from his own line. 21 minutes gone. Cronulla Sutherland 12. North Queensland 10. As now it's Murray Tulangi for the Cowboys. He's tackled 22 out from his own line. 10 in from the Western touchline. And told to go back 1.5 blades of grass. Plays it to Drinkwater. Sends it right to Jackson Purdue. Steps his way into Hines and Burns. He's struggling to find his way into this game, Purdue, as he comes right now. And the Burns gets the pass away. Braden Burns to Drinkwater. Sends it right to Dearden. Dummies inside. Runs across field. Like he's on a merry-go-round. And finally held up 12 short of halfway and dumped to the ground eventually. He'll play the ball. It's Iro and Wilton in defence. Play to Lukey. Comes centre field left to Braden Burns. Runs into Rudolph and Colhoun. About a metre short of halfway. Last tackle now for North Queensland. Trailing 12-10. Marnie kicks from dummy half. Right on halfway. And the bounce is just in from the eastern touchline and then over it. It'll be Cronulla Sutherland play the ball. 10 out from their own line. 22 gone. Sharks 12. Cowboys 10.
Yeah, just reading the lips there of Reed Marnie. He's trying to tell the boys to get their heads on. There's a nice little kick out of dummy half. Takes a bit of pressure off his kicker. Gets a pinpoint. One bounce into touch. Slows the game down a little bit. I'll tell you what, this game looks ferocious speed at the moment. It just feels like it's going end-to-end stuff. I don't know if it's just us, you know, calling from where we are, but he looks very fast.
So now it is the Sharks, 10 out for their own line. Griffin Neem about to come on for the Cowboys. Played to Brayley. Sends it left to Fanua Blake. McKaylee is there in defence along with Lukey. Played 18 out from the Cronulla line to Brayley. Goes left, strong run Stone Street. Met in the tackle, put to the ground by Lukey. 27 out from his own line. Brayley left to right, threw hands away to Fanua Blake. And he backs his way into the defence. Straight past Ruben Cotter into Hessen and Nay. And he'll play it now. Does so 12 short of halfway to Brayley. Sends it left to Colhoun. Steps into Lukey and Dearden. A metre short of the halfway paint. 20 in from touch eastern side. Last tackle. Cronulla Sutherland 12. North Queensland 10 after 23 minutes. Trindle. He kicks it down to the right wing of Braden Burns. 5 out from his own line. Heads up over the 10 into Wilton, Brayley and Iro. And he'll play it 13 out from his own line. Around the ground, second half jersey flag. Parramatta 28, leading Manly Warringah 6. And in the rugby half-time, Canterbury Crusaders 14, leading the New South Wales Waratahs 13. So now it's the Cowboys pinned in their own territory. Griffin Neem, who's just come onto the field. He hits it up and he's going to be tackled. Still no Cameron McInnes for the Sharkies, and his face will never look fresher than it does tonight. His first game of the year. It's played here by McKaylee on the Cowboys 30. Marnie out of dummy half. caught by the mark of Colquhoun. Last tackle, says referee Sharp, played to Drinkwater, goes right, Clifford the kick downfield. And it's going to be caught on the full by Hiroti, 18 out from his own line. Confronted by Cotter, Neem and Dearden. He'll play it, 29 out from his own line. Centre of the park, northern end, Kennedy. Ran away from Dearden into Chester. Put down 15 short of halfway. 12 in from touch eastern side. Dummy half, Trindle works the ball right. Stone Street tackled 8 short of halfway by Cotter. Now played Trindle, goes right to Iro. Slipped as he stepped into Cotter and Neem. Eventually stands in the tackle. Tail Iro, 4 short of halfway. Brayley spins it right. Colquhoun, then to Nico Hines. And the cover comes across in Clifford and Purdue. Tackle made, 5 metres in Cowboys territory. Last play, a rushed kick by Braden Trindle on the short side, running after a Drinkwater with the catch 10 out from his own line. Then he puts in a step, ran backwards and easily claimed by Iro. 16 out from his own line. Quickly played to Dearden. Goes right to Braden Burns with a retreating defence. He's up over the 30. Dragged to the ground desperately by Fanua Blake, 9 short of halfway. He plays the ball quickly and out of dummy half Chester. He beats one up the middle. He goes, caught by Iro. The Sharks defence dropping off. 6 metres in Cronulla territory. Dearden, open side left to Neem. He's put to the ground, 34 away from the Cronulla Southern line. Played to Marnie. Goes left through hands. It comes away from Clifford to Drinkwater to Purdue. Went without it. And he's really struggled to involve himself here, Purdue, the young star. Kennedy comes away with it. Beats Drinkwater. And he'll play 34 out from his own line. 25 minutes gone, Luke Lewis. Sharks 12, Cowboys 10 in Townsville.
Yeah, some nice attack there from the Cowboys. As soon as they get a little bit of a quick play of the ball or something's doing, all of a sudden they look really, really sharp. I'm just looking at the body language at the moment of the Cronulla Sharks. They are out in their feet. They're tired. They're hanging in there at the moment.
Here's the Cole figure on the field. Tom Hazelton, slow to his feet, plays it 4 short of halfway to Brayley. Left to Trindle, turns it into Wilton. Good leg drive by Teague Wilton to get past Dearden. Put to the ground by Lukey. Hazelton's in pain. He's on his feet, but in pain in back play. Sharks with it. Fanua Blake up the middle and over the 40 into Neem, and also there to greet him is Matt Lodge on the field. Tackle completed finally. Played by Fanua Blake, 28 out to Brayley. Goes left to Trindle. Puts a kick in behind Burns, but there's too much sauce on it. It goes touching goal. 20-metre tap. 7 tackles set for the Cowboys. Cronulla Sutherland 12, North Queensland 10. 26 minutes gone. Let's head to the touchline at Townsville Stadium and Laurie Spina.
Yeah, Luke Lewis is spot on. Not many stoppages here. They're frantic, and I tell you what, in 27 degrees when the game's this fast, there's a lot of sweat on them players.
So here, what about you, Loz? It's going to get down to 23. You're going to be all right?
No jumpers yet, Andrew.
Marnie goes left, short side to Nene. He's met in a 4-man tackle. Burns dropped off him, but finished off by Talakai, Nico Hines and one other. Set restart here for the Cowboys. There first of the night. Right up the middle they go. Over the 40, looking for support is Purdue. He beats a couple. This is Jackson at his best. Caught 20 metres out. That was brilliant from this youngster. He'll play at 14 in from the western touchline to Clifford. A long ball goes right to Dearden. Plays out the back to Drinkwater. Drinkwater, beautiful pass to Chester. Put a step on, Heroes got him. Flings him to the ground. About 16 metres out. A set restart there inside the 10. Cronulla Sutherland. Up the middle they go. Drinkwater pops the ball to Dearden. Dearden dummies. He's going to be caught and pounced. 5 metres out from the line by Wilton. Ball played now to Marnie. Short ball left to Lodge, but he's going nowhere into Hazelton, Brayley and Kennedy. Plays it a metre out. Marnie burrows from dummy half court, short by Hazelton and Kennedy. 2 tackles left for North Queensland, and Marnie milking, plays the ball to Lodge. The pass is scooped left to Drinkwater. He links up with Clifford. Beautiful pass away, and it's Murray Tuilagi getting through the defence to score his second. Try to North Queensland. Try to Murray Tuilagi. 28 minutes gone. North Queensland back in front. Cowboys 14. Cronulla Sutherland 12. And that was all set up by a brilliant run from Jackson Purdue, Luke Lewis.
Yeah, absolutely. You said Jackson Purdue, he hasn't had much of an opportunity in this game. Comes up with a beautiful carry and then gets him into a bit of field position. They finally get a set restart, but really nice play. But the pass here from Jake Clifford, absolutely beautiful. Running across field, really decisive on who he's going to hit. And then Murray Tuilagi just punches into a hole, not caring about what's going to to happen to him if they get the defensive read right here, and then just comes out the other side, rolls over, slams the ball down, and gets North Queensland in front. 14-12, kick to come.
Yeah, there was connection from Talakai, but he rolled through and regathered his feet to Tuolangi to score his second. 14-12 Cowboys. We go down to the touchline. Laurie Spina.
Yeah, I felt sorry for Jake Clifford last year. They've been winning games and they dropped him, where this year they've given him confidence. He's running to the line, and like Louis said, beautiful pass then on a running outside back, and he's running to the line, drawing the line and kicking well. So the club's given him plenty of confidence.
Yeah, he's doing plenty right, Jake Clifford, no doubt about it. 0467 920 222. Glenn wants me to ask Laurie how his cane is looking for the upcoming season. Well, we'll go around the grounds to the cane farmer very shortly. Here's Jake Clifford. 1 from 2, 10 minutes 44 left in a very entertaining first half. 3 tries to 2 to North Queensland. Clifford, 12 in from the western touchline, 18 metres out. Moves in with the right boot, strikes it, likes it, drills it between the posts. He's 2 from 3. And now it's North Queensland leading the Sharkies 16-12. Let's go back to the touchline. Laurie Spina, how's the cane?
Yeah, thanks for your thoughts out there. It's an average crop, but the big problem is the diesel to cut it, to harvest it, and the fertiliser. Huge price.
Of course.
Huge price hikes.
All right, on the text line, 0467 920 222. We've got someone calling themselves Eggs Benedict listening. Well, if you were here, I would eat you. Loving the call tonight. Hoping the Cows win this one, win this point shootout. Nene is in for a big game. Yeah, it's great to see him back, Eggs Benedict. Yeah, good. That sauce over the top. I reckon poached eggs. Benny? Here's the kickoff. Comes left away to Lodge. What nickname would you give him?
Eggsy.
Or Yum Yum?
Ricky.
Off the 10-metre line. To the left it goes to Lukey. Wrapped up 19 out from his own goal line. It's the first breakfast food that we've heard from tonight, so any cereals out there, sure, get in touch. Here's Griffin Neame. Good to the ground. What about the smash to have people? Here's Marnie from his own 30. Gets a kick deep downfield. Does he have the angle? No. It's picked up off the bounce by Kennedy. 15 out from his own goal line over the 20. And Dearden's there with Marnie. Good kick chase from Reid Marnie. Tackle made 26 out from the Cronulla Southern line. 10 left first half. Cowboys lead the Sharks 16 points to 12. Now Stone Street caught, centre of the park, 29 out from his own line. It's played and it comes right to Mawane Hiroti. He's wrapped up by Clifford. He'll play 34 out from his own line. Does so to the dummy half Brayley. Goes left to Talakai. That was good courage from Connor. Head on to finish that tackle. 9 short of halfway. Now Brayley goes left Hazelton. He's tackled on halfway by Marnie and Neame. Last tackle, Cronulla Sutherland. Comes left to Trindle. Pokes a kick behind the defence. Drinkwater tried to trap that with his foot, but it bounced right up to his face, so he used his hands and has the footy as he's tackled 15 out from his own line by Billy Burns and Britton Nickera out there. Plays it, comes left to Braden Burns, and he's going to be wrapped up by Oregon Kafusi on the field, Hazelton and also Talakai. Gee, there are some big units out there for Cronulla Sutherland. It's played and goes right to Tuolangi, caught by Nickera, Brayley and Billy Burns. Play down. 27 out from the Cowboys line. Purdue goes left to Nene. One-hander back to Clifford. He keeps it alive. It comes right to Tuolangi. Wrapped up by Hazelton. 9 short of halfway. Good quick play the ball to Marnie. 2 tackles left. Away to a juggling Lodge. He's wrapped up 4 metres in Cronulla Sutherland territory. Last play Marnie. Goes right to Dearden. Up she goes from 43 metres out. But it's right down the throat of Kennedy. The chase from Lukey, but he overran it. He's caught by Chester. 19 out from the Sharks line. 8 minutes 20 left first half. North Queensland 16, leading Cronulla Sutherland 12. As now Iro is caught 22 out from his own line by Lodge. Ball played to Trindle. Sends it left to Stone Street. Just without a bit of zip at the moment, Louis. He putting that down to a bit of fatigue.
Yeah, I reckon that the whole Sharks outfit at the moment looks fatigued. That's why the offloads are really dangerous at the moment for North Queensland. Every time they get an offload, the Sharks look shot.
Here's Hazelton with a right foot step into Neame, Cotter and the Ney. He ends up on his back. He'll play the ball now, Big Tom. 3 short of halfway. It comes right. to Nico Hines. Puts boot to ball. Midfield Roost. Down to the left wing of Tuolangi with the catch. 18 now from his own line. Heads up over the 20 and knocked to the ground by a combination there of Nickera and Talakai. Plays it. They work it right for Jew. Long ball away Drinkwater to Braden Burns. Fends away from Mirova, then lost it. Chester recovers it. Went backwards, says referee Belinda Sharp. He steps past one. He's over the 40. Chester over halfway. Drinkwater looming, but Kennedy, great tackle. 28 out from the line and 5 in from touch eastern side. He plays the ball to Drinkwater. Goes left to Dearden. Dearden turns the ball back inside to Purdue. He goes right to Drinkwater. Floats it back left to Dearden. They've all slowed down, the Cowboys. They're going east to west, west to east, east to west, and now right in the middle. Dearden will play at 29 out, caught by Hines. Played to Martin. Left to Cotter. This may be what they need, a bit of a settler here. He still gains 12, 13 metres. Dams in the Brayley and Hazelden tackle, 18 out. Plays it to Marnie. Goes right now to Neem. He's caught 9 out from the goal line, centre field. Last play, Cowboys. Dummy half Marnie. He goes to the right. Dearden. Quick hands away, Lukey. Ball on the deck and then knocked on by Stone Street. It's going to be recovered by Dearden. Play on, says referee Sharp. 6 more here for the Cowboys. Dearden goes left to a charging Clifford. Clifford got away from Hiroti. Now put to the ground by Kafusi. 7 out. Cowboys looking to build on a 16-12 lead. Marnie from dummy half. Steps in field. Beat one. Reaches out to score. He beat Wilton. He took Kafusi with him. Reached out. Puts it down for the try. Reed Marnie. 6 left first half. North Queensland 20. A wilting, not a Teague wilting, but a wilting Cronulla Sutherland 12. 6 minutes left in the half, Luke Lewis.
Yeah, put this down to pure fatigue from the Cronulla Sharks. But what about Chester's run? Beautiful footwork. I thought he was away. I didn't realise that Will Kennedy was still back there. He comes up a nice tackle. They had him shot when they had that play where the Sharks had to knock it down. Then they come out to the left. They come back to the right. Reed Marnie wanted to play the same shape. He throws a little bit of a dummy, sees a bit of space there, gets on the inside of Teague Wilton, and then Addis just holds his ball-carrying arm up, gives a bit of the Sharks a mouthful, slams the ball down, and that's a beautiful try for the Cowboys.
Well, to the touchline, Laurie Spina, the Cowboys on fire at the moment.
Yeah, they certainly are. The Cronulla side are bigger, but when you're bigger, you tire. And I tell you what, with this fast game, they're a little bit tight at the moment. A couple of young guns re-signed in the last couple of weeks. Tommy Chester and Jackson Purdue, great young North Queensland kids and got a big future. Chester, speed of him.
And after Purdue's run set up the previous try, now Chester not to be outdone at right centre. Cowboys 20, Sharks 12. NRL Friday on ABC Sport with Luke Lewis, Laurie Spina. I'm Andrew Moore. Great to be with you. We're in the boardroom. Laurie's on the touchline. Next, it's Brisbane and Canterbury Bankstown at Lang Park with Quentin Hull, Billy Moore and Zane Bojack. So now Clifford, who's kicked 2 from 3, 20 metres in from the western touchline. Very kickable for him. To put the Cowboys up by 10. He's only 12 metres out from the goal line. Clifford moves in and makes no mistake. His third goal of the evening. North Queensland 22, Cronulla Sutherland 12. With 4 minutes 38 seconds left in the half. Around the grounds in Jersey Flegg, which is the New South Wales under-21s competition. Parramatta 34 leading Manly Warringah 6 in the second half. And in the rugby, still Canterbury Crusaders 14 leading New South Wales 13 into the second half in Christchurch. Text coming through 0467 920 222. Gear Stewart says it was all scrambled eggs. It looked like they hashed it, but they'd bring home the bacon. That's very poetic, Gear Stewart. If the Dragons beat the Roosters tomorrow, I'll get publicly flogged. Okay, well, Mark, enjoy that. Loving the call, guys, from Tony and Kev in Queenstown, New Zealand. Obviously, Friday night, long weekend. A few people on the old dribble sauce. 16 out for, well, I hope so. The Cowboys line did and goes left to Burns. Otherwise, I don't really know how to explain that last text. Reed Marnie. He sends it away left to Lukey. Helam Lukey, good run. caught 30 out from his own line, and this is danger, Will Robinson, isn't it? 4 minutes left in the half, and the Cowboys already up by 10. Clifford gets it away to Nene. Jeremiah's over the 40, wrapped up by Hines, 6 short of halfway. He plays the ball quickly to Marnie. He comes back right to Griffin Neem. Right foot step up the middle to Brayley, Hazelton and Kafusi. 6 metres in Cronulla's territory. Last play, comes left to Drinkwater, dummy to kick, ran past Hazelton, then puts it up from 32 metres out. Challenge here for Kennedy. Great catch, Will Kennedy. He's got it for the Sharks. 8 out from his own line. 3 minutes 40 to go before half-time. North Queensland 22, Cronulla Southern 12 is now Mawane Hiroti, who's put to the ground. 8 out from his own goal line by Matt Lodge. Comes left to Stone Street up the middle. Caught by Cotter. 15 out from his own line. Brayley sends it left to Talakai. Scored those 2 tries in just over 2 minutes. And here it's another great driving run. He's been a nightmare for North Queensland defenders. Finally put to the ground by Lukey. 12 short of halfway, but the nightmare turns on Sifa. He's knocked it on. So it's going to be a North Queensland scrum feed, or are we getting a challenge here?
No,
it'll be a Cowboys scrum feed, Louis. 12 metres in Sharks territory with 3 minutes left in the half.
Yeah, Talakai has been strong. He's been damaging every time he gets the ball, but this one here just pops out. Trying to look at Ludyard. He definitely doesn't make a raking play, so lucky they didn't challenge it. But again, it's where the position they've given up this era. It's, 20, 30 metres? Oh, no, it's right on the 40-metre line, out from the Cronulla Sharks try line. They are cooked. They are out on their feet, and the Cowboys, they are doing everything right at the moment. So, big set here in defence for the Sharks.
Eamon asked Maury, Louis and Laurie, the Sharks the biggest team in the league. They look it. I reckon they must be. As North Queensland wins the scrum and comes left to Neem. Tackle 41 out from the Sharks line. Play to Marnie. Goes right to Ruben Cotter. He's taken 32 metres away from the line by Brayley and Hazelton. Reed Marnie. Dummied right. Goes left to Lodge. Show and go. And he flicks one out the back in heavy traffic to Marnie. Keeps it alive right to Dearden. He plays out the back to Drinkwater to the 20. Short ball, Chester. He beat Hero. Put to the ground by Stone Street. 4 metres out. 3 metres in from touch. Drinkwater short side. It goes right to Braden Burns. He reaches out. Does he get it down? Oh, he does. He's got the big S on the front of his shirt. And a cape at the back. Braden Burns, brilliant finish. 1 minute 42 left in the half. North Queensland 26, Cronulla Sutherland 12 after the Talakai knock on. What a finish from Braden Burns. Louis, you watch that live and think you can't get that down. Most of his body's over the touchline. We saw one like that last night. It'll be an incredible finish.
Yeah, it's a great read here by Drinkwater again. Comes out of dummy half, knows there's a 2-on-1 down a short side. Oh, and he does. He just jumps into the air, keeps that hand out, somehow gets the ball down in the corner with full contact from Kale Hero. And try time. That is a beautiful work there by the Cowboys. There's another really nice carry from Chester to get this quick play of the ball for him to get this play on. That is outstanding from the Cowboys.
So they lead now handsomely, Laurie Spooner on the touchline, 26 points to 12.
Yeah, great victim and be absolutely spewing with a minute to go before half time. But yeah, Drinkwater sensing that on the blind side there, and Burns, what he had to do to get that down. Gee, they really come home strong the last 15 minutes, the Cowboys, in this first half.
There are so many wingers in the comp, and they're all big-bodied, or mostly, that just produce the most amazing finishes for tries.
And that wasn't easy. He had had full contact on there, Kale Hero. He couldn't do much more. He gets full contact, taking him out into the sideline, and still slams it down.
Dana's listening in Cambodia and says, does anyone else think that the name Purdue sounds like the name of an 80s action hero? Batman, Superman, Purdue. No, I don't. Here's Clifford, 23 out, right in from the touchline. It's across the face of goal, no goal, and he's 3 out of 5. But gee, North Queensland in a commanding position, 26-12 over Cronulla Sutherland. And the worry for the Sharks, Louis, is that they look exhausted going into halftime.
Well, that's the biggest problem. I don't reckon North Queensland want the halftime bell to come at the moment.
No way.
Because the Sharks are dead set out in their feet. They are struggling to move. It could work for them if the Cowboys can kick this leg speed up. They could blow the Sharks off the park here this afternoon with the way that they're playing. But yeah, they're doing everything right at the moment, the Cowboys, and they look fit.
Just saw another replay of the work Tom Chester's doing, but the finish from Braden Burns. Gosh, brilliant. Right in from the corner post. 20 seconds left as the kickoff is taken on the goal line by Din. He works it left to Lodge, but again, he's not going anywhere. Put to the ground, 5 out from his own line by Iro and Hazelton. 10 seconds left. This will probably be the last play of the half, and he comes left to Heel and Lukey. Runs into Kafusi, Billy Burns, and Iro, 13 out from his own line. And no, gets to play the ball away to Marnie. Goes left now to Neem, who steps into the defence. He's tackled, 23 out from his own line, and the Cowboys faithful will love this. At half-time, it's 5 tries to 2, and North Queensland leading Cronulla Sutherland 26-12 as referee Belinda Sharp does blow the whistle for the Cowboys. Tries to Scott Drinkwater in the 4th minute, Murray Tuolangi in the 15th and 28th minutes, Reid Marley in the 34th, and Braden Burns spectacularly in the 39th. So the Cowboys reasserted themselves with 3 tries in 11 minutes. Jake Clifford, 3 goals from 5 attempts, 2 restarts. For Cronulla Sutherland, their points came in a hurry. CC Vitalakai threatened to beat the Cowboys on his own. He scored in the 10th and 12th minutes. Nico Hines, 2 from 2, 1 restart for the Sharks. Penalties are only 2-1 in favour of North Queensland, but it's all the Cowboys at half-time, Louis, leading 26-12.
Yeah, well, really, they had that little period there, the Sharks, where they were just making quick inroads, a couple of quick tries, and all of a sudden, a couple of things go against them, a couple of errors, and then it was the Cowboys. They had all the momentum. They were playing fast. They were quick, play the balls on making a heap of metres, and their skill out wide to get their backs over the line was absolutely brilliant. I feel like their Chester's been playing really tough out there. Ruben Cotter's been outstanding, and then Jackson Purdue comes up with a couple of really nice carries when needed, but they look superior fit. Cowboys look, and the Sharks look out on their feet.
Yeah, it's what I loved about Purdue is that he struggled early and then didn't let it worry him. It was a brilliant display by him. Let's go to the touchline. Laurie Spina, what a contrasting first half that was.
It certainly was, Andrew. And Talakai scored those 2 tries in 2 minutes. I thought, yeah, the Cowboys in for a hard night because they were making heaps of yardage down the middle of the field. But the turning point when the football stayed in play for about 8-9 minutes, and yeah, the Cowboys certainly tired them out. They threw the football around, and blokes like Chester and Purdue were making heaps of yardage. Drinkwater out the back, and yeah, they certainly turned things around, throwing the football around and tying this Cronulla side out. They really need this break, Cronulla Southerns. Hopefully they can have a good rest and come back strong. But the Cowboys, when that balls get thrown around and tie their opposition, they're in a really mean mood.
By the way, you might just chase this up for us at half-time, Laurie, if you don't mind. Marweni Hiroti was put on report in that first half. We don't really have any more details than that currently. So half-time, Cowboys 26 lead the Sharks 12. Around the grounds, Jersey Flex second half, Parramatta leading Manly Warringah 34-6. Stride of the Crusaders in the rugby, Canterbury 21, New South Wales Waratahs 13. All right, second half to come. Right now, though, we head to the ABC newsroom.
ABC News, good evening, I'm Noni Edwards. US President Donald Trump says he's prepared to wait for the best deal to end the conflict with Iran as Israel and Lebanon extend their ceasefire for 3 weeks. Chelsea Hetherington reports.
Donald Trump announced an extension of the initial 10-day ceasefire after Israel and Lebanon held a new round of talks in Washington earlier today. However, the US leader says he's in no rush to reach a peace agreement with Iran and wants it to be everlasting.
We have been speaking to them, but they don't even know who's leading the country. They're in turmoil.
Mr. Trump also says he won't use a nuclear weapon in Iran, saying that the US has achieved its military aims with conventional weapons. Meanwhile, Israel's defense minister says it's prepared to renew the war with Iran if the US gives the green light.
The former press secretary to British Prime Minister Tony Blair says he doesn't think current Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer's appointment of Peter Mandelson as UK ambassador to the US will force him to stand down as leader. Sir Keir insisted on Monday he'd been deliberately and repeatedly kept in the dark by the Foreign Office over Lord Mandelson's failure of a vetting check, whose friendship with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein was long known. It's led to growing calls for the PM's resignation. Alastair Campbell, who's now co-host of the podcast The Rest is Politics, says Keir Starmer will likely survive pressure to resign.
But what I think it has done is add to the sense that a government that got a landslide victory less than 2 years ago has, over the course of the time that's ensued since then, has lost an awful lot of goodwill.
Closer to home, Greens Senator Steph Hodgins-May says the Prime Minister needs to choose between standing with gas corporations or the Australian people. The ABC revealed last month Treasury had been asked to model options to levy gas company windfall profits, but senior sources say they don't believe a new gas tax is being seriously considered ahead of next month's budget. Senator Hodgins-May, who's also the chair of a parliamentary inquiry examining the taxation of gas resources, says Anthony Albanese is at a crossroads.
Does he deliver for the gas corporations like he has done for so many years? Or does he deliver for the Australian people who have had an absolute gutful and who are appalled that this government could be about to slash public spending to the highest level that has happened this century?
A committee inquiry into a proposal to prevent reductions in the severity of sentences for sexual offences against children due to good character references has recommended the ACT government should consider the exclusion for all sexual violence offences. The Family, Personal and Sexual Violence Legislation Amendment Bill has put forward a string of changes to the Crimes, Evidence, Family Violence and Personal Violence Acts. The committee also recommended the Legislative Assembly pass the bill with a number of changes. The Deputy Prime Minister and Defence Minister Richard Marles and a number of other ministers in defence-related portfolios have issued a joint statement marking Anzac Day tomorrow. Larry Buttrose reports.
The statement says 111 years after the landing at Gallipoli, the Anzac spirit is as strong as ever. The ministers say they honour the memory of the 103,000 Australians who have given their lives in the country's name. They say around 1,250 Australian Defence Force personnel are currently deployed in operations across Australia, the Indo-Pacific region and the globe. The ministers say that as Australians attend dawn services and take part in Anzac Day marches, they reflect on the tremendous sacrifices current and former serving personnel and their families have and continue to make.
A car industry expert says it's hard to compare advertised driving ranges for new vehicles because manufacturers quote results from different tests. The Australian Automobile Association has found consumers are being misled about new vehicle fuel costs, with some brands doing significantly worse in real-world tests than their promoted driving range suggests. Automotive market analyst Mike Costello says there are plans to make comparisons more straightforward.
And this is where it gets really confusing for people. Fortunately, the government is now moving to sort of mandating and standardising a single test so that moving forward, hopefully we don't have this kind of opaque situation.
To sport now. In the AFL, Bulldogs forward Aaron Norton's been cleared of having any serious structural damage to his neck. He leapt for a mark during last night's 66-point loss to the Swans and landed awkwardly on his neck. The 26-year-old was stretchered from the field and is still experiencing some muscle spasms. The Bulldogs have confirmed there are no signs of concussion symptoms, but he'll be monitored over the next few days and is not guaranteed to play next week. You're up to date with the very latest ABC News. There's more news at any time on ABC Listen.
Are you sick of brands pretending to be your friends? Gruen would never do that. We don't care that we're coming back to Wednesday nights on the ABC. We care about you watching us.
The new season of Gruen
starts Wednesday,
April 29 on ABC TV and ABC iView.
ABC sports coverage of the NRL Premiership, Anzac round.
About 18 now from the Cronulla Sutherland goal line. Marnie goes right, Clifford away to Den. Then out the back, Drinkwater. He burned past Hero to score. That's Scott Drinkwater at his best. 9 metres out. Rudolph quickly to his feet. Play to Brayley. Goes right to Hines and away to Talakai through one. And he'll just treat Tuilagi like he's a backpack. Carries him over to score the try. CSC Talakai, that old cliche rings true. Too big, too strong. CSC Talakai the try. 2 tackles left for North Queensland and Marnie milking. Plays the ball to Lodge. The pass is scooped left to Drinkwater. He links up with Clifford. Beautiful pass away. And it's Murray Tuilagi getting through the defence to score his second. Put to the ground by Kafusi, 7 out. Cowboys looking to build on a 16-12 lead. Marnie from dummy half. Steps in field, beat one, reaches out to score. He beat Wilton. He took Kafusi with him. Reached out, Doink, puts it down for the try, Reid Marnie. He plays out the back to Drinkwater to the 20. Short ball, Chester. He beat Hero. Put to the ground by Stone Street. 4 metres out. 3 metres in from touch. Drinkwater short side. It goes right to Braden Burns. He reaches out. Does he get it down? Oh, he does. He's got the big S on the front of his shirt. And a Cape at the back. Braden Burns, brilliant finish.
ABC sports coverage of the NRL Premiership Anzac round.
All North Queensland at halftime, 26-12 leaders over the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks. Next at Lang Park, it's Brisbane against Canterbury Bankstown. Quentin Hull on the call, and he'll set the scene for us right now. G'day again, Q.
G'day, Andrew. There's a few showers about. I think there's some rain coming in. Hopefully it doesn't get to the cauldron during the footy game or inconvenience those getting to or from, because there is so much intrigue around this game. The Broncos, another of their key players into the casualty ward, with Jesse Arthurs, who filled in so well at fullback in that win against the West Tigers last week, carried a cork shin through the game, and he was named on Tuesday. Thought he might be able to play, but that corky's just not good enough for him to front up tonight. So former Bulldog Hayes Perham's going to play in the custodian's role, and we know that absentee list, which has been added to by the knee injury to Payne Haas, which is going to see him miss perhaps 2 months of footy. And then the news coming through early in the week that Corey Jensen's got a blood clot on his lungs. So that pack is really down tonight for the Broncos. And for Canterbury Bankstown, well, which doggies turn up tonight? The skipper's back, Stephen Crichton, and in the fortnight that he's been missing, they've been horrible and fantastic. Horrible last week against Parramatta, fantastic 2 weeks ago against Penrith. Billy Moore, welcome to you. I reckon there is so much pressure on the Dogs tonight. Rarely do opposition teams come to Lang Park to play the Premiers and are expected to win. But if the Dogs are serious, they've got to win tonight.
G'day, Q. Hello to our wonderful listeners. You're 100% right. This is a game for the Dogs to lose. You would think, just by sheer weight of numbers, who's actually not in the team for the Broncos, you think, well, the Dogs will run away with it. The key element here, though, is the halves. Reynolds and Mann are there. You've still got Staggs, Mariner, Karapani. You've still got strike in the back line. To me, it's all about the young lions of the Broncos. And I'm talking about Piakura, Ricky, Tolte, but especially Xavier Willison. We're about to find out how close he is. He is the replacement for Payne Haas in 2027. Tonight we'll get a form line cue of how close he is to fill the largest shoes in this competition. The best front row in the world. Xavier Willison has the pedigree. He looks like he has everything he needs. But the key thing is, are you the king of the jungle? Because he has to be. He has to be tonight if they're going to win.
And something that's not going to instill Doggies fans with any confidence, another change around key personnel. So Bailey Hayward's back to the bench. Jake Turpin's going to start.
That's a key number 9 position. Reid Marnie was moved on for this guy. Hayward, and now he's been benched. So you almost you find it that the rhythm of the Doggies. You said talk about which side's going to turn up rocks and diamonds. We're not sure. That's just another indication they don't seem to be very settled in such a key role, which they need to be. If they're going to be what we think they could be, premiership contenders, you've got to have your 9 sorted, surely.
Yeah, so we're going to learn something about both teams tonight. Wyatt Raymond's going to be the referee. Chris Butler is in the bunker. Sold out. It's going to be a huge scene here. Obviously, the respect to our servicemen and women will precede the game. Anzac weekend is pretty special, but particularly Anzac Eve, when you get the evening and darkness around the observance of the ceremony. Can't wait to bring it to you. The bashed up Bronx against the hot and cold Dogs.
Awesome. Good on you, Quentin. Thank you, Billy. Look forward to that very much tonight as the Sharks retake the field at Townsville Stadium. Boy, they've got some work to do. Luke Lewis down 26-12 at halftime.
Absolutely. They were out on their feet in that last 20 minutes of that first half. So I hope they got plenty of electrolytes into their bellies and they're ready to rock and roll. But they're going to have to start very fast. I think they're going to be next to score. I don't think if North Queensland score early in their second half, I reckon they're nearly pretty much shot, done and dusted. But you can't write the Sharks off just yet. They have got a lot of talent in that side to score points.
And the way footy's played these days, that would be a fool's errand. But if the Cowboys can continue in this second half where they left off, they could be on track for a terrific victory and bounce back from last week's effort against Manly.
How does the try predictor work?
What are you talking about?
The try predictor. You know, they predict tries on the screen now.
Oh, no idea. The only reason I have no idea because I have zero interest in it either.
Yeah, I've never really...
I'll go to you. Around the grounds try predictor Luke Lewis. Who's going to score next?
Oh, I'm going to go Sharks to keep the game alive.
Okay. Well, that's the only try predictor I care about.
Okay.
26-12, Cowboys lead. We'll check in with Laurie Daly soon. We can see on
Laurie Daly?
Laurie Speederson, not Laurie Daly. Here's the kick. We were just talking off air about State of Origin. You put him in my head. Hey, Loz, it's great to see your statue last week in Canberra. Here's the kick-off. Dearden passes the left to Griffin Neame. Caught 10 out from his own line. Plays the ball to Dearden. Works the left to Helam Lukey, but met in some powerful defence from Wilton and Trindle and also Iro. 12 out from the Cowboys line. North Queensland running left to right. As you look at whatever you're looking at, he comes away to Lodge. He's tackled 22 out from his own line by Billy Burns. Plays it. Centre field left to Ruben Cotter. He had a very good first half. Put on his back here, though. 30 out from his own line. 4 plays into the set by Kafusi. Marnie. Awkward looking pass behind his back that went forward. That was rotten play from Reid Marnie. He turned his back on the defence and then threw the weirdest looking pass you've ever seen and threw it forward. So not the mistake they're looking for from one of their senior players. And Cronulla Sutherland...
I don't know if that was forward.
Will get the scrum feed, 31 out. I'm saying forward.
It was an ugly pass and a silly pass.
It was.
But where they were actually standing on the line didn't look like a forward pass.
Forward.
ABC Sports.
Sharks with the scrum. And it comes right to Talakai. Look out. Talakai stumbled through Purdue. Now put to the ground by Clifford. 26 out from the goal line. Plays it to Brayley. Goes left away now to support him, Nickera. Caught there by Cotter and Marnie. One other defender, Lodge. 21 out from the North Queensland line. 90 seconds gone, second half. Trindle turns it into Kafusi. Neame is there to greet him with Cotter and Lukey. 11 out from the goal line. Great chance here for Cronulla Sutherland. They also get a set restart. Their second of the game. It comes right to Kennedy. Drinkwater holds on with Lukey 3 metres away. Played to Brayley. Goes centre field right to Hazelton. Runs into Cotter and Marnie and Neame and another defender down low, Lodge. He'll play it 2 metres out. And Brayley goes right to Trindle. Show and go, but Braden's caught there by Neame and Nene. 5 out from the line. Brayley spins it left away to Hazelton up the middle. Great tackle down low by Cotter. Over the top came Lukey, 4 metres out, and he's grabbing his left shin is Hazelton. 2 tackles left. Brayley turns it right to Trindle. Then on to Nico Hines, away to Nickera. He ran behind Talakai and eventually jogs into the defence. He's nearly over the eastern touchline. In fact, he's ragdolled. So it's going to be a Sharkies conceding possession and play the ball for the Cowboys, 10 out from their own line, and they look really flat there, the Sharkies. 2 minutes 30 gone second half. Let's check in for the first time in this half with Laurie Spino with an S down on the touchline. What do you got, Loz?
Yeah, Fitzy from the Cronulla side, really disappointed in their defence. The numbers game out wide, he was disappointed about, and the forcefulness in defence. He spoke mainly about defence, not even in attack. If we defend better, we can get back in this game. And on the other side, Todd Payton, he was really impressed how, with effort and intent, they got back in that game after 2 quick tries. And Marotti, he's for that high shot on Jackson Purdue, made a bit of a break, and that's what he was put on report for.
Oh, good man. All right, thank you very much, Loz. Here's Marnie at a dummy half. He's going to be caught and lost the ball. Reid Marnie will get hoiked if he doesn't lift his game. He just throws it away back to the Sharks again, 34 metres out. So Billy Burns plays it to Brayley. Short side left to Teague Wilton. He's caught by Neame, Lukey and Marnie, 25 out from the Cowboys line. But at the moment, Reid Marnie single-handedly handing a haul pass here to the Sharks to get back in it. Hazelton tackled 21 out in front of the northern post. Nene was there to greet him and Lodge. Now it's Brayley. Set restart. Not too slow on the play the ball. Brayley makes easy ground. This is a try just waiting to happen. 8 metres away. Brayley plays the ball to Nickera. Comes left to Hines and on the inside to Billy Burns. He's scored 3 out for the goal line in front of the northern post. Played to Brayley. Another set restart to the Sharkies. This Kafusi takes on the defence. Popped the ball out the back to Brayley, able to score the easiest try you've ever seen. That was 1,000,000 to 1 on to happen because Cowboys have stopped playing footy. Reid Marnie's handing it to the Sharks and Cronulla said, thank you, we'll take the opportunity. They do. 4 minutes 30 gone second half and it's now North Queensland And North Queensland 26, Cronulla Sutherland 16, and the Cowboys have done what they desperately did not want to do, Louis, and that's allow the Sharkies straight back into the contest.
I don't know what they're thinking. Reed Marnie comes up with two crazy plays coming out of his own end. They haven't not completed a set in this second half. They've been given set restart after set restart. Their biggest attribute in the first half was putting the fatigue into the Sharks outfit. At the moment, all they've done is tackle. And this is a beautiful offload here from the Cronulla Sharks. The man on the spot who receives it was Blake Brayley, but he'd be going over and tapping Oregon Kafusi on the shoulder and say, mate, thank you very much for that one. That was a gift. That was beautiful work from the Sharks.
All right, let's go to the touchline again, and Laurie Spina.
Yeah, Todd Payton be absolutely so disappointed with that. All they need to do complete sets and get it down the other end, and of course Cronulla Sharks take the advantage.
Here's Nico Hines next to the post. He kicks the goalie 3 out of 3, and it looks well different now, doesn't it? 26-18 in favour of North Queensland over Cronulla Sutherland. 34 and a half minutes still to play. Around the grounds in the Jersey flag, Parramatta has completed a 52 points to 6 thrashing of Manly Warringah. While in the rugby second half, Canterbury Crusaders 28, leading New South Wales Waratahs 20. Your text coming through as well on 0467 920 222, and they can continue right through until 10:30 tonight on NRL Friday. So here's the kickoff. Cam in Atherton wondering why the Cowboys went all out to get Reed Marnie. Here's the kickoff, and it comes away Hazelton, caught 8 metres out from the goal line. If you do cross the Laurie Daly, we just say they're all in the mix. Old Mark from your minor. All in the mix in the football field, the football team. Comes to the left. Hello, Loz. Comes to the left to Kafusi. Caught 21 out from his own line. Played to Brayley. Goes right to Braden Burns. He's going to be taken here by Dearden and Marnie. 13 short of halfway. 18 in for the Western touchline. Brayley goes right to Wilton. You can see the extra energy the Sharks now have. He scored 5 short of halfway by Cotter. Played on the last, and Brayley... Oh, that's very lucky, Louis. That could have been the greatest mock of all time, because Brayley nearly knocked that on. It slipped out of his hands. It did in the first half, and you said you won't see that in another 1,268,000 years.
And it didn't happen.
Here's the Cowboys. That's because of your rainbow butt. It's away now to Jackson Purdue. Tackled 22 out from the Cowboys line. 6 minutes 40 gone second half. Played to Clifford. He sent it left to Braden Burns, and all of a sudden it's the Cowboys looking a little pedestrian. He's put to the ground. A smothering effort by Hazelton. Marnie sends it right to Lodge. Down through Wilton into Trindle. Caught 31 out from his own line. 2 tackles left this set, North Queensland. Comes left to Neem up the middle. You can hear the contact from Nickera. 8 short of halfway. Played on the last to Marnie. It goes right. Kick from Clifford. Midfield bomb. Coming down about the 20-metre line for the Sharks. Caught by Kennedy. 20 in from the eastern touchline. Went left to right and slipped in the tackle of Murray Tuolangi, and who played 27 out from his own goal line to Hines. He sends it left to Mawane Hiroti, and he's wrapped up. 31 out from his own goal line. 32 and a half left. And it's the Cowboys 26, the Sharks 18. As now Kennedy plays the ball to Hines. Goes left to Hazelton. Lovely ball to Stone Street. Lukey, Neem and Tuolangi there in defence, but 3 metres in North Queensland's half. 2 tackles left for the Sharks. Brayley to the left. Trindle away to Iro. He steps away from Dearden into the defence there of Lodge. 40 out from the North Queensland line. Played on the last Brayley. Short side left to Trindle. Up she goes. The kick down to Drinkwater. Trindle leads the charge. Up they go. It's caught there by Will Kennedy for Cronulla, but it's going to be a changeover. He's tackled by Dearden. 3 metres out from the Cowboys line. 8 gone second half. Cowboys 26, Sharks 18. Luke Lewis, the Sharks now look sharp. The Cowboys have players with hands on their heads, as Braden Burns has caught 8 out from his own line.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're playing in a game that's hot, it's fast, and you give away a couple of silly errors coming out of your own end, and you have to defend. All of a sudden, the fatigue just kicks straight in. It's very important their outside backs come in and do a heap of work. They get the ball up the other end, and here's a good sign here here for the Cronulla Sharks. Cam McInnes about to make his way on the field.
Marnie sends a pass left, and the tackle is made on Tuolangi. 13 short of halfway. Marnie back to the right. Cotter to Dead. Then away to Drinkwater. Links up with Braden Burns. Away to Chester. Right foot step caught by Iro and Stone Street on halfway. 7 in from touch western side. Played to Braden Burns. Goes left to Drinkwater. Floats a left foot kick down to Kennedy. Takes it 20 out from his own line and then caught by Lukey and Dearden right on his own 30. And Cam McInnes, much like Jeremiah Nene, onto the field for the first time in 2026. And it was a few weeks ago we caught up with Cam in our broadcast box at Shark Park, and he was ready to rumble then. Wanted to come back as early as possible from the ACL injury, and there's his first hit up, caught by Nene, 7 short of halfway. Played to Brayley, goes right to Hines, turns it into Talakai, easily strolls through Marnie, put to the ground by Clifford and Nene, 38 out from the line. 2 tackles left for the Sharks, down by 8. Comes open side left to Hines, turns it into Hazelton, great tackle, Cotter and Clifford, 31 out from the goal line. Played on the last, Brayley, blindside right to Trindle. Here's the bomb, it's been chased now by Hirotti. Up goes Drinkwater, didn't get within a bull's roar of it, and the ball is knocked on by the Cowboys. Drinkwater, it's like he was on a different planet of the footy, and we're going to get a challenge though from the Cowboys as Cotter dived on it for North Queensland.
We've got a captain's challenge from the Cowboys. On-field ruling is a knock-on.
Half an hour to go at Townsville Stadium. North Queensland 26, Cronulla Sutherland 18.
I reckon they'll look at just on what happens with Scott Drinkwater. Does he get taken out? See?
Yes, he does.
That's what I was worried about right at the start.
Britton Nickera.
He touches him, doesn't do crazy contact, but does not look at the ball, and then makes contact with Drinkwater, which stops him getting a clean catch on this ball.
He knocked him into that next planet. And he had a jostle with Purdue.
What are they looking at?
Yeah, I don't know. That's very obviously a penalty to the Cowboys.
Well, we've seen 2 weeks
Just
ago
look at the actions if there's a push here which affects the...
If there's a push...
We've seen a fingernail touch at
yeah, but they've changed that, thank goodness.
It's full contact.
Louis, listen to me very closely.
It's full...
This is blatant.
The other Cowboys player, which then goes into Britton Cora and affects Scott Drinkwater's ability to catch. The challenge is successful.
I know we often operate on delay. I didn't realise the bunker was. So successful challenge, Cowboys. Let's go down to the touchline at Townsville Stadium. Laurie Spina.
Anyone could see that. That's basically 2 minutes of football. So they got to quicken up their decision making, please. Everyone saw that was a knock. Too delayed. Crowd figure, Andrew, just shy of 18,888.
17,888. All right, thank you, mate. 17,888. What are you... You're lip reading to me, Louis. Taken on the Cowboys 20. It comes right to Nene. Put to the ground. 26 out from his own line by McInnes. Who?
There was 2 balls on the field.
So let's get rid of one. We do. Marnie sends it open side right for the Cowboys. 32 out from their own line, leading 26-18. Have they weathered the storm, I wonder? Griffin Neame charges into Hazelton, Brayley and Wilton. We'll play it 5 short of halfway to Marnie. Goes right to Cotter with the right foot step. Nailed there by Wilton and 2 other defenders, including McInnes. Play to Marnie. Goes right to Dearden. Short ball, Lukey. Confronting him one-on-one is Trindle, and he steals the ball from him. Great work, Braden Trindle. And referee Belinda Sharp says penalty. A rake after held was called. Gee, I reckon he's hard done by there, Braden Trindle.
He said straight away challenge.
You can't challenge it.
You can't challenge it.
You can't challenge that one, Louis.
Yeah.
So it's a penalty. It's because it's a judgment call about when held was called and all that.
Yeah, that's fair.
As now
But he didn't get it.
North Queensland, I'm with you. Fines touch 29 out from the Cronulla line. Tap taken by Chester. Goes left to Dearden. Then away centre field. Clifford turns it on the inside to Lodge. Caught by Brayley and Nickera. 28 out from the goal line. Marnie goes right to Neame. This is North Queensland's best second half opportunity. And Neame runs into Hazelton, Brayley and Wilton. Stands in the tackle. 18 out from the goal line. Marnie spins it left to Clifford. Then away to Dearden. Got the pass away. Drinkwater. Magnificent cut-out pass to Murray Tuolangi. And that's 3 to Tuolangi. He's over in the corner, but what a beautiful pass from Drinkwater. 11 minutes 40 gone second half. North Queensland extends. Cowboys 30, Cronulla Sutherland 18.
Yep, well, there's the third try for Murray Taulagi tonight, but he can thank Drinkwater for this one as well. This is beautiful rugby league here from the Cowboys. They get one opportunity down the other end of the field. Everyone doing their job, everyone punching the right holes. Drinkwater getting the ball at full flight, and then he gets a really good look at the defence and where he wants to play it. As he goes short or long, Mawene Horati couldn't help himself, had to come up and try and knock that ball down, and then it's just a clear run to the line for Murray Taulagi, and he gets the third for the Cowboys. 30 points 18, kick to come, and the Cowboys are looking dangerous once again.
Let's go to the touchline, and it is Laurie Spina.
Yeah, you sense if the Cowboys can complete their sets, they'll stay out of this game. But if they make a lot of errors, but the fluency of that back line, the Drinkwater pass, it looked like he's going to the second bloke, but it beautifully drifted out to Taulagi. Yeah, he's in tremendous form tonight. Drinkwater, probably not so much last week, but he's certainly back, and the Dragons will have a smile on their face, I'm sure of that.
John Gibbs has just texted me saying that's 4 times now Murray Taulagi scored 3 tries in a game. Good morsel, Jonty. Look forward to more on Sunday. Here's Jake Clifford.
I missed him.
I might have made that up. Not the fact he scored 4 hat-tricks, as it were. Here's Clifford from the eastern touchline. 13 minutes gone, second half. He's 24 metres out. In he comes, Clifford with the right boot. Strikes it. No, misses near side. Never looked like it that time. And he's 3 from 6. Most of them have been very tough, though. And it's North Queensland by 2 converted try margin, 30 to 18, with 27 minutes to play. On the text line, 0467 920 222. Tracy from Gympie says at least when the bunker takes ages, the boys get to have a bit of a break. Do you think the Cows made a good decision contracting Reid Marnie? I do actually, Peter, even though he's had a couple of faux pas tonight. The Rapid app is about 15 seconds behind today. Well, I think they renamed it today to the not-so-Rapid app. 15 seconds, that's weird.
Just pause it.
Louis, you are our Rapid man. Here's the kickoff return from Lodge, taken 12 out from his own line. Why would that be the case?
Well, if we're 15 seconds behind, just pause the TV.
Yeah, but this is what you can do without the Rapid app.
Yeah, I know.
The Rapid app is supposed to take care of all of that.
And they've got an error here too from Lukey coming out of his own end while we're talking about the Rapid app. And you can't afford that.
Rapid mistake. Fair dinkum. They just regained the authority, and Helam Lukey drops it into the tackle of McInnes. It was a good tackle head on, but still.
Nice tackle down underneath that ball. The point of the ball hits the shoulder of Cam McInnes, pops out.
And if you're listening on the ABC Rapid, that mistake happens now. Sharks get a scrum feed, 19 out from the Cowboys line. 26 minutes left, but this presents a great opportunity for the Sharks to stay in the game. It goes left edge to Iro, dragged to the ground only 9 metres out, 2 in from touch, western side by Dearden and Chester. It's played to Brayley, the long ball goes right, Trindle away, centre field through hands, McInnes to Kafusi, and he's caught 8 metres away by Nene. Ball played to Brayley, goes right to Hines, hands it on the inside to Hazelton, knocked to the ground by Nene and one other, 12 metres out from the goal line. Now it's Brayley to the right, Kennedy, turns it in to Nickera and straight through Nene. Now tackled 11 metres out by Clifford and one other, about 11 out from the goal line. Brayley comes left to Braden Trindle, drifts, got the pass away to Nico Hines, lovely cut out to Iro, and he's over to score, Kale Iro. A terrible carry from Helam Lukey cost the Cowboys. Boy, are mistakes being punished here. 25 minutes to go. North Queensland 30, Cronulla Sutherland 22. And like Drinkwater set up the previous Cowboys try, Louis, that was a beautiful pass from Nico Hines.
Yeah, beautiful pass from Nico. Again, it was the job here of Teague Wilton. He commits to a really nice hard line, which sucks the defenders in from the North Queensland Cowboys. And I think in this instance, it was Chester. He has to come in, which leaves a huge hole out wide. Burns has to make a decision. Does he hold or does he come? He decides to stay, and that's where KL just punches straight in, goes over untouched. But that is beautiful vision there from Nico Hines and gets the Sharks back in the game. But it sort of started this second half very similar to the way the first half started.
Kick to come from Nico Hines. We'll go down to Laurie Spina after the kick. 24 minutes, 18 to go. If I was a Cowboys fan, I would be a little worried that they're tossing this away. Nico Hines 20 out, 15 in for the Western touchline. 6 tries to 4 in the game. It's been very entertaining. Still over a quarter of it to go. Here's Hines. He strikes it. Oh, he's hooked it. He's missed it to the left. Gee, that could be a costly mistake. He's 3 from 4. North Queensland 30. Cronulla Sutherland 22. Let's go down to the touchline again and Laurie Spina.
Yeah, when Arthur Beeston coached me in the 1980s for the Roosters, if someone dropped the ball after scoring a try, it'd absolutely be filthy. Yeah, how important it was. Lukey there dropped the ball and try. Yeah, he made the error coming in there. Tom Chester, he needed to stay out wide. But I tell you what, they get a lot of ball. Cronulla Sharks will be coming.
So 24 minutes to go, 30 points to 22 to the Cowboys. NRL Friday on ABC Sport with Luke Lewis, Laurie Spina. I'm Andrew Moore. Around the grounds in the rugby and a high-scoring game in Christchurch. Canterbury Crusaders leading New South Wales 35 points to 20. Kickoff is over the dead ball line on the full.
They are capitulating.
They are. This is what they do. They're so infuriating, the Cowboys. They're either really good or they're horrific. Jake Clifford with a kick over the dead ball line on the full, and Hazelton took it 2 metres beyond the dead ball line.
How do you go from being so good?
I don't know, but it's
Just
forever
so
dust
bad.
with this mob.
Their
Don't know.
attention to detail and little things in the game. They got the game absolutely covered and sorted. They just do some ridiculous things. I don't know how Toddy Payton is handling this up there.
The tap 30 metres out. Heroes caught 20. What? No, don't go.
I'd be out of here.
I know you would. This is we've talked about how you would be a coach. Brayley goes left to right, Trindle to Hazelton. Yet it still wouldn't surprise you if the Cowboys won 50 to 28. Ball played to Brayley. Goes right to Trindle. Turns it on the inside to Fanua. Blake back on the field. Caught 10 metres out from the goal line by Sonny Luke, who's on the field, replacing Marnie. It comes to the left. Brayley. Then to Trindle inside Hazelton. Knocked to the ground. 5 out from the goal line. 2 tackles left Sharks. Brayley goes left Trindle. Out the back Kennedy. Kennedy to Hero. No defenders within. Coo-wee! And it's an easy try for Cronulla. KL Hero scores. The Cowboys get out a beautiful platter, put the game on it and hand it to Cronulla Sutherland. Hero the try. Cowboys 30, Cronulla Sutherland 26 with still 22 and a half to go.
I swear I feel like I'm watching the exact same first half, but just in flip. You remember Talakai went up there and scored 2 tries back to back. Now we're seeing the left side centre and KL Hero going over untouched. This time back to back off a couple of silly errors from the Cowboys, and they put the Sharks straight back into the game. They were leading this game so easy at 26 points to 12, and now it's game back on 30-26 kick to come.
Well, who would you have as favourite now?
Well, you'd say the Sharks. They've got all the energy, and the Cowboys look absolutely out on their feet with 20 minutes to go in this half. It absolutely bamboozles me.
Here's Nico Hines. He's kicked 3 from 4, 6 tries to 5 to the Cowboys.
He's not missing this one.
Oh, Louis, he just missed a pretty easy one before. We saw him miss one in front. Was that in Perth? This just to the left of the post. Nico Hines, he doesn't miss it. He kicks it his 4th of the evening. 2 points in it. North Queensland 30, Cronulla Sutherland 28. Laurie Spina down on the touchline. What are you seeing, Loz?
Gee, they'll have to do a lot of work with this backline defence. Tommy Chester twice there. He looked, the inside man was covered, but he still went in, created the gap, and yeah, the ball players need a lot of credit too, but yeah, error in defence there, decision-making poor.
30 to 28, and there's still more than a quarter of the game to go. It's been that kind of a night. 11 tries in 58 and a half minutes.
I can't remember. Have we ever called a close game this year, Manu?
Yeah, we have.
Have we?
Kick-off is taken. Oh, that Canberra-South game in Perth was a beauty.
Oh, that's true.
36-34.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Hazelton tackled 10 out from his own line from the kick-off. Played to Brayley, goes left to Talakai. And he's taken some putting down. Finally on the deck, 17 out from his own line. And 20 in from the eastern touchline. Brayley comes centre field at McInnes. Caught in the middle of the park by Lukey. 23 out from his own line. Played to Brayley. Goes left to Fanua. Blake. Good tackle down low by Cotter. Finished off over the top by Dearden. Right on the Sharks 30. And then Fanua Blake gives Dearden a forearm to the, or a jolt to the face. Well, if the referee saw that, how is that not a penalty to the Cowboys?
It was a jab in the face.
It was. It was a forehand right into the tush of Dearden. And all he's asked to do is go back and play. That should be a penalty. Here's Hazelton, tackled 33 out from his own line by Luke, and the Nay played on the last. Brayley goes right to Nico Hines, a clearing kick. It's got plenty behind it, but straight down the throat of Drinkwater. 18 out from the Cowboys line. Then he's taken there by Nicker, a lunging tackle on the Cowboys 30. Plays at 15 in for the eastern touchline to Purdue. Goes left to Murray Tulangi, and he's taken by Talakai, Hiroti, and Nickera. Plays the ball to Jake Clifford. 12 short of halfway. North Queensland 30, Cronulla Sutherland 28. It's Purdue. Running from first receiver. Caught by Hazelton. 7 short of halfway. Plays at the loop. It goes to the right side to Drinkwater. He's taken short of halfway. Good quick play the ball though. Sonny Luke out of dummy half. Dummies goes himself. Ends away from Hazelton. Offloaded Cotter. Then got the pass away to the runner on that occasion was McKaylee. He plays it quickly. 35 out to Dearden. Blindside right to Chester. Kicks it straight into Will Kennedy. Ball bounces ricochet. Rabbit fielded by Kennedy, and the Sharks have it back. 12 out from their own line. 20 minutes gone. 20 minutes left second half. North Queensland 30, Cronulla Sutherland 28. Luke Lewis, you look incredulous.
Oh, Tommy Chester, he just blew an absolute sitter there for the Cowboys. He makes a nice break down the sideline, does not look out. All he has to do is pop a little short pass off his right hip, and Billy Burns is over in the corner. But horrible.
And Billy's brother Braden might score that one. Yeah, it's got me all night too, Louis. Here's Fanua Blake, tackled 10 short of halfway. Braden Burns, the winger for the Cowboys. Billy Burns, the second rower for Cronulla Sutherland. Kicked by Trindle, fielded by Tuolangi. 15 out from his own line, heads over the 20 to the 30, caught by Nickera and Hines right on that 30-metre line. 19 thrilling minutes to go as Jackson Purdue ran at half rat power into the marker Hines and tackled 31 out from his own line. Played to Drinkwater. Oh, that's a high shot on Chester, I thought, from Fanua Blake. Not so, says the referee. 11 short of halfway. And to his credit, Chester got straight to his feet. Comes left to Braden Burns. He's tackled 5 short of halfway by Tobias Eric Rudolph. Now it's Thomas McKaylee. Good strong run on the left edge. 9 metres in Sharks territory. Played on the last. It comes right to Clifford. The kick from 38 metres out. Down to the fullback Kennedy. Up they go. Challenge there by Nene. Great catch, Kennedy. He's got it for the Sharkies and will play the footy 17 out from his own line to Talakai. It goes left to Marwani Hiroti. He's wrapped up on his own 20. Gee, that was a good catch under pressure. 18 left. Cowboys 30, Sharks 28. Here's Iro beating 1. Now felled by Lukey. He's to his feet centre field. 29 out from his own line midway through the tackle counter. Comes to the right. And here's the tackle made. And getting up to play Talakai. 13 short of halfway to Brayley. Goes left. Fanua Blake to Rudolph. Toby runs into Luke and put to the ground a metre short of halfway. Last tackle, Cronulla Sutherland. It comes right to Trindle. Puts boot the ball. Down to the northwest corner. Drinkwater retreats. Takes it on the full. 4 metres out from his own line. Then steps over the 10. Caught by McInnes and also in there Fanua Blake. 19 out from the Cowboys line. Quickly played to Dearden. Goes left to Chester across field. Beats at Nickera. Taken by Hines. I'll go to Laurie in a minute just to find out from ground level is one team or the other sapped by the humid conditions in Townsville as the Cowboys have it 28 out from their own goal line. Tuolangi plays it. Luke goes right. Dearden away to Cohen Hess. And he's caught by Trindle. Threw it along the ground. Out the back to Dearden, who still got away from McInnes. And then monstered to the ground by Trindle. Got up to go again. Finished off by Brayley, 10 short of halfway. Now to the right, Tom McKaylee. Takes the ball to the halfway stripe. Last tackle upcoming for North Queensland. They lead 30 to 28. 17 minutes to go. Kick on the last from Clifford. Going inside the 20. Up goes Marwani Hiroti. Missed it by metres. Nene gets there 8 metres out. Off the ground, no, he can't offload. But he missed that by a long way, Marwani Hiroti. Changeover. Sharks have it. 5 out from their own line. North Queensland 30. Cronulla Sutherland 28. Let's go to the touchline. And Laurie Spina.
Yeah, Will Kennedy's been magnificent under that high ball. Not Hiroti, missed it by a mile, but yeah, he's been great under the high ball. I tell you what, the Cronulla big man, as the degrees has dropped a little bit, it's probably down to about 23 degrees. They've really picked up, and they're the ones who are really coming out the Cowboys at the moment, Andrew.
And now it is the Sharkies Logs who've taken over their 40. Rudolph, good ball right to McInnes. Taken there by Nene. 3 short of halfway. 2 tackles left. Brayley sends it right through the gap. Nick Hines. Where was the defence to the 20? Gets it back to Brayley. One-handed and Trindle. He went without it. Cowboys pick it up. Drinkwater. Past Nicker over the 20. He's over the 30. Drinky. He gets near the 40. Past Talakai. Caught 6 short of halfway by Hiroti.
How exciting, seriously.
Oh, this is thrilling stuff. Purdue goes right to Tuolangi, caught 3 metres in Sharks territory. Great fun for us to watch. I tell you what, the coaches wouldn't share that enthusiasm as now Purdue. He's taken by McInnes, 36 out from the Cronulla Southern line. Played to Sonny Luke, goes right to Cotter, then away to Dearden, to Lukey on the right edge. He runs headlong into the fence, taken by Iro and Brayley, 25 out from the Cronulla Southern line. Luke, blindside right to Tom Chester, right foot step away from one, then he accelerates, scored by Fanua Blake and McInnes, 13 out from the line, 2 tackles left North Queensland, played to Luke, goes left to Dearden, he links up now with Clifford, short ball to Nate, bang, great tackle, Nico Hines, 9 metres out, played on the last tackle, Drinkwater from dummy half, away to Ruben Cotter, and he's caught a metre short, changeover, Sharks survive, but it's a delayed penalty with 14 minutes 40 on the clock. They're inside the 10 and the penalty goes to the Cowboys. Penalties are 5-1 to North Queensland, 30 to 28. What do you do here, Louis?
Oh, I think they're both out on their feet, but I'd probably take the 2, just take the points that are on offer. That means they have to score and they have to convert to win. But I reckon if Clifford had his time over again, if he plays at the back, it's a 3-on-1 with Drinkwater against, who was it? I think Hiroti out there. And I reckon they score again in the corner through Murray Tuolangi. But, yeah, poor decision to play short there. But they get the penalty anyway, but I'll be taking the 2, but I don't think they are.
So, is that Brayley getting treatment?
No, he's fine.
No.
I think it was Cam McInnes.
Yeah. What?
On the ground, wasn't it?
No, that wasn't Cam. I recognise Cam's face anyway. Here's the ball played. They take the tap 5 metres out. It comes right to Jason Taumalolo back on the field. Caught 3 out from the goal line. Cowboys by 2, but they attack. Sonny Luke goes left to McKaylee. He bounces away from Rudolph into the defensive Teague Wilton. It might have been that player down actually, Louis. And he stands in the tackle. Finished off by Fanua Blake and Media out. Luke straight through from dummy half. He borrowed. He got underneath him. He's over to score. Sonny Luke, the former Panther, and the Kiwi international. 13 minutes 50 to go. North Queensland 34. Cronulla Sutherland 28. Sonny Luke the try.
Yeah, well, I'm glad they didn't listen to us, Andrew, and take the 2. And otherwise they would have only been up by 4, but now they are up by 6 with a kick to come. But Sonny Luke, right near the try line, he's been dangerous. He's a crafty little dummy half. And he's come on at the right time as well. He's probably been on for about 7 or 8 minutes, but he gets one opportunity close to the line on the Sharkies, and he makes them pay. It's a beautiful vision. He realised that Aden Fanua Blake couldn't get back in time, so he knows there's only one marker. If he can get down low enough, he'll score, and he does that. That is beautiful work there from the Cowboys, and the energy is back with the Cowboys.
Let's go to the touchline, Laurie Spina.
Yeah, when the Cowboys were winning that 4 in a row there, he was the unsung hero. I tell you what, he's going to be a really important buy, Sonny Luke. He comes on at the end of towards the end of the game when they're tied and got a really good running game. Beautiful try there from dummy half. Good thinking. And of course they had to go for the try, boys.
Well, if they worked out right, Loz, 34-28. Sonny Luke, just the 3rd try of his relatively young career. Here's Clifford 10 metres out, just to the right of the post. He's kicked 3 from 6, but hasn't had too many gifts like this one. 12 minutes 30 left in a Friday night thriller. Clifford, bang, straight between the sticks. He now has 4 goals on the night, 36 points to 28. North Queensland leading Cronulla Sutherland, 12 minutes 23 to go. On the text line 0467 920 222. Hi, Andrew, Louis and Laurie. I hope my Dragons show some Anzac spirit tomorrow. God bless all past and present diggers. Well said, Craig, listening in Foster. Read the Rapid app timing. Channel 9 seems closer to ABC Rapid than Fox in my experience. Well, thank you, Barrington. Enjoying the call. Come on the cows from Wheat Bix with strawberries. Oh, we've finally got a serial responding to, what was it before in the first half? Eggs Benedict. 0467 920 222. Here's the kickoff coming from Cronulla Sutherland, and the way this game is going, you'd think Sharkies will score next. Full time in the rugby, Canterbury Crusaders 35 beat the New South Wales Waratahs 20. So now it's the Cowboys with a kickoff return, 18 metres out from their own goal line. Comes left away to Lukey. He scored 23 out from his own line by Iro and Stone Street. Played to Luke, goes left to Taumalolo. Brayley's there, I'll tell you what, the veteran, he was looking for an offload, Jason Taumalolo, but erred on the side of caution. 31 out from his own line, to the right, Dearden McKaylee, got the offload to Lukey. Lukey runs into Iro and he's flung to the deck, 12 short of halfway. 2 tackles left this set for North Queensland. Played to Luke, goes left to Taumalolo, takes on Rudolph, beats another. He's over the 40, Taumalolo. He hasn't run that far in about 8 years. Finally tackled, put to the ground by Colhoun, 22 out. The crowd love it. Last play, goes left to Clifford, away to Drinkwater. Drinkwater, quick hands. It comes left to Purdue. Shaw one back to Turlungi. Back to Reuben Cotter. And Reuben back. Cotter is over to score. No, it went forward. No try. Sit down, Andrew, you gibbering idiot. Is denied, Luke Lewis. It remains Cowboys 36, Sharks 28. We've seen 8 billion tries tonight. That would have been the pick of them.
Yeah, but I don't know where the forward pass was, Andrew. It looked fine at first glance, but what about the run there from Taumalolo to set it up? And a really good work there for a Drinkwater. Murray Tuolangi comes up with a quick tip. I still can't see the forward pass in that play.
I reckon it might have been the one from Tuolangi. As now Cronulla with a 21 out from their own line. Well, not for the first time. Comes to the left to Wilton. He's taken there by McKaylee and Luke. Down to Lukey. There's a Lukey and a Luke on the field for the Cowboys. Fanua Blake goes right to Trindle. Cut out ball, Talakai. He runs straight through Murray Tuolangi, who might be off to Disneyland. Gets past Purdue. Now ridden into the deck by Clifford. A metre in from the eastern touchline. Played to Hiroti on halfway. Goes to the left. Hines away for Fanua Blake. Straight past Cotter. Straight through another is Adden. Got it away to Nico Hines and he knocks it back. All right, 30 metres out. Last tackle, Shark. Short side right to Trindle. Puts up the bomb. Pressure on Drinkwater. Up he goes. Knocked it on. He couldn't take the ball under pressure. Sharks will get a scrum feed 10 out. You just know they're going to score. This is destined to go down to the wire. 9 minutes 43 to go. Cowboys 36, Sharks 28. And Laurie Spooner on the touchline. Murray Tuolangi's been with the trainer. How's he looking to you?
Andrew, I don't think he'll be keep going. Yeah, they're calling off now. That's a blow for the Cowboys. But talk about entertaining end-to-end stuff. What excitement there is here today.
Oh, it's been a thriller launch before a crowd of 17,888. CSC for Talakai.
He's got his, as he jumped, Talakai, he had to jump for the ball. As he come down, the top of your elbow lands straight on the top of his head. That would have hurt.
And there was nothing Talakai could do about it, by the way. And he's been devastating. This is reminding me of that night against Morgan Harper at Shark Park. So CSC for Talakai on report.
For what? Jumping?
Well, I assume it's for dangerous contact will be the
catching the ball in the air.
I don't know. Well, in the end, it honestly doesn't matter. It'll be reviewed tomorrow, and he's either guilty of something or he's not. Certainly didn't look like he had a case to answer. So he's on report for dangerous contact, and Murray Tuolangi is looking a little jelly-legged as he comes from the field. Meanwhile, Cronulla wins the scrum. Kennedy goes right. Talakai tackled. 7 metres out. 9.5 left. Cowboys by 8. Brayley sends it left to Colhoun. Spins in the tackle and claim. 4 metres out from the goal line. Brayley goes left to Trindle. Show and go by Braden Trindle. Caught by Luke, Hess and Taumalolo. 4 metres out. Brayley goes right this time. It's with Toby Rudolph. Hit and spin back to Brayley. Quick hands to Kennedy, but the defence up in his face. Clifford and Cotter. 12 metres out from the goal line. 20 in from touch in the northeast corner. Brayley goes that short side right. Hines away and it's dropped. Put to the ground by Britton Nickera. Dived on in goal by Reuben Cotter. And the Cowboys will get the footy back. 8 minutes 45 to go. North Queensland 36. Cronulla Sutherland 28 at Townsville.
Yeah, I tell you what, hasn't he been good, Thomas McKaylee, for the Cowboys? He comes up with a really nice tackle here on Britton Nickera underneath the ball, forces it out.
It was a jolt, wasn't it?
Yeah, but I tell you what, he's been carrying the ball super strong as well. He's creating a lot of momentum around the middle of the field. He's been really good for him tonight.
Around the grounds in the AFL just underway at the MCG. Bottom of the ladder, winless Richmond kicked the first goal to lead Melbourne Demons 6-0. So now there's 8 minutes 10 to go. Cowboys win the scrum. It goes right to Braden Burns, runs into Wilton and Iro, 12 metres out from his own goal line. Ball played to Luke. Sends it left away to Hess. Caught 19 out from his own line. Luke sends it left to Taumalolo. We've got more tries in us in this game, don't we, Louis?
Yeah, I feel like there's 2 more.
29 out from the Cowboys line. Taumalolo plays it to Luke, goes left McKaylee. He's knocked to the ground on play 4. 34 out from his own line by Wilton. Out comes right Drinkwater. A 40-20 attempt. The ball bouncing to the touchline, and I think he's got it. Just inside the 20, Scott Drinkwater. Low trajectory kick is a ripper and might be a match clincher. They'll get the ball 19 out from the Sharks line with 7.5 to go.
Yeah, that's a beautiful kick. Drinkwater, he's been really good also for the Cowboys. Who's on the left wing there at the moment for Murray Talangi? I reckon he's put his hand up for a try in this set.
Okay.
Left winger.
So Sonny Luke the tat. And he just runs himself and goes across field, gives the pass away to Hess, and he's thinking to himself, Louis wants me to go left. Louis wants me to go left. So Luke did.
They'll go left. They'll come back right, and they'll go left.
Cohen Hess scored 10 metres out. Sonny Luke dummy half. He gets the ball right to Taumalolo. Straightens into Fanua Blake. Caught the great pass out the back to Luke. Get away to Dearden. He sprints. He's through. He scores. He's in next to the post. Tommy Dearden. Try to the Cowboys with 6.5 left. North Queensland 4-0-40. Leading Cronulla Sutherland 28. 6.5 to go. Tommy Dearden the try.
Well, I didn't need to go left. Tommy Dearden. He sees a bit of a space over there on his right side and just uses his speed, but put this down to a beautiful kick and great timing from Drinkwater to get him into this position. The offload there from Taumalolo just to get the ball back to Sonny Luke, and then quick thinking over to his right-hand side and Tommy Dearden, and goes straight through and scores a really nice try. And that's pretty much the game-winning try, I would say, there with 6 minutes on the clock, 40-28 the kick to come. But I still feel like there's another try left in the game.
What did I say before? They could win this 50-28.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, so as soon as they went over, when Andrew said this, they were horrible in the first 15 minutes of this second half, and then now they're scoring tries at will.
All right, we'll go down to the touchline after the kick. A pretty simple one here for Jake Clifford, who's landed 4 from 7. 40 points to 28. North Queensland leading Cronulla Sutherland, and I believe that's his first of the year, Tom did. Scored over half of his career tries at Townsville Stadium. And it hasn't had a huge impact on the game, Dearden, but he picked his moment perfectly right there. 5 minutes 20 left on the ticking clock.
40-28.
It is. It's about to be 42-28. Get your mind around that one, Louis. Here's Clifford. 13 metres out, about 17 in from the western touchline. 12 the difference. And really, any hope for Cronulla Sutherland rests on this kick. If he gets it, it's a 14-point lead. It's too many. A miss, and they're still in the hunt somewhat. Albeit the clock becoming as big an enemy as the scoreline. Here's Clifford to put it beyond doubt. He kicks the goal. He's 5th of the night. North Queensland 42. Cronulla Sutherland 28. 5 minutes 12 to go. Game, set, bingo. The Cowboys are going to win. Let's head to the touchline and Laurie Spina.
Yeah, magnificent. Speed by Tommy Dearden. He's tried a few tonight, but the gap opened and went through. He's certainly a leader of this club, that's for sure. Drinkwater, magnificent kick, but I can't believe the Sharks halves down that other end there. They had an opportunity. Tommy Chester led in a couple of tries early. They didn't go that side. They went the right side. Crazy.
So now the kickoff was 42-28. He's dropped it as Braden Burns, but he's taken in the air. No, it's a penalty going the other way, offside against the Cowboys. Penalty to the Sharks, 5-2 the penalty to the Cowboys. 42-28 to North Queensland. Braden Burns is down with 4 minutes 59 to go, and the clock has been stopped.
Oh, yeah, takes him out.
It was Kennedy coming through on Burns.
It was KL that takes Burns out, takes his hip out. As he's going up to get the ball, KL doesn't look at the ball, just takes his hip from underneath him. I don't know if it's going to get called or anything, but
he's hobbling bad, isn't he, Braden Burns?
But if that was a kick where you were going for in play, that'd be past us taking him out.
So, on the penalty tap, it's Cronulla Sutherland with it, Colquhoun. Caught 24 out from the Cowboys line by McKaylee and Taumalolo in front of the Northern Sticks. Braylon sends the ball right now to McInnes. He's caught 13 away from the line. Dummy half Brayley. Darts to his left. Turns it on the inside to Colquhoun. Hit and spin back to a juggling Nico. Hines with the ball up and down on the one blade of grass. Then goes to the right. He turns it into Nickera. And he's caught 8 metres out from the goal line by McKaylee and Luke. Plays the ball to Braylon. Centre field left to Hines. Then away. Oh, where are the defenders? Fanua Blake got it left to K. Strikes it, he likes it, and he's kicked the goal. Nico Hines lands his 5th. 42 points to 34. North Queensland over Cronulla Sutherland. 3 minutes 40 left around the grounds. AFL first quarter. Richmond by a goal, leading Melbourne 13-7. A-League men, no score between Macarthur FC and Wellington. We go to the touchline at Townsville Stadium. Laurie Spina.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of work this week, I'm sure, with these two teams' defence in numbers, especially out wide. Some of them getting caught in too close. You've got to adjust quickly when it's going out wide. I'll tell you what, defence hasn't been the number one issue tonight. A great attack, I'll tell you what, it's been so entertaining.
Oh, it has, that's for sure. But the worry for the Cowboys is, if there is one with 8 minutes, an 8-point lead and 3.5 to go, Sharkies have been scoring tries in quick succession when they do score. Kick-off taken by Kennedy. It comes now from right to left to Adam Fanua Blake, who threw the last pass. Takes Taumalolo and Hess for a bit of a ride, and Luke 14 out from his own line. Played to Braylon. Comes left to Colquhoun. Runs into Lodge and Hess. Standing in the tackle is Jesse. Now on the deck, 28 out from his own line with 3 minutes 15 to go. Louis, get your ABC Player of the Year points ready, mate. We're not going to have much time between this game finishing and heading to Brisbane for Broncos and Canterbury. The Sharkies 9 short of halfway. Hero plays the ball to Brayley. Goes right to Trindle. Centre field now. Through hands. It goes from McInnes to Hines to Kennedy. Then to Talakai. Down the right wing to Herotti. Steps in field. Great tackle head on by Clifford. 29 metres out. 2 tackles left. Sharkies. They're on the attack. Down by 8. Long ball from Kennedy to Trindle. Centre field to Hines. A kick over the top. It's been chased by Stone Street. Got a hand to it. Gets the pass back to Hero. Hero charges short over the touchline. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's no try for Kale Hero. Din was across there with Luke in one other. We're going to the bunker.
Coming into tackle 5. We have no try. Just confirm he goes out, please, before grounding it.
Imagine if he got that down, Louis.
Oh no, it would have been absolutely ridiculous. I couldn't take my eyes off the screen, but there was nearly no chance. There was 3 of them coming across.
At this point,
he holds the ball up.
Is through the body.
Short of the line, arm carrying the ball, hits the deck, and then his elbow over the touchline.
Then short goes on to touch. We have a decision.
Unlucky there for the Sharks, but geez, that was nice. But they did everything they could there, the Cowboys, to turn them away, and they did that. With 2.5 minutes left on the clock, it's I think there's a little bit of nerve starting to kick in for the Cowboys jersey there.
Had he scored, it would have been 42 to 38 with 2.5 to go. But I suppose if Marty had whiskers, should be my uncle. 42-34 it is. 2.5 left. And, I'll start going through the stats now because it'll take forever. For the Cowboys, they'll get to play the ball here on their own 10. Tries to Scott Drinkwater in the 4th minute. Murray Tuolangi in the 15th and 28th. Reed Marnie in the 34th. Then Braden Burns in the 39th. Murray Tuolangi's 3rd try in the 52nd minute. Sonny Luke in the 67th. Tom Dearden in the 74th. Jake Clifford, 5 goals from 8 attempts, 2 restarts and a successful challenge. Play 2 for North Queensland sees Lodge up the middle. Scored 25 out from his own line for the Sharkies. 34 points, tries to CC for Talakai in the 10th and 12th minutes. Blake Brayley in the 45th. KL Iro in the 55th, 58th and 76 minutes, and nearly in the 78th as the Cowboys hit the ball up. McKaylee up to halfway. Nico Hines, 5 goals from 6 attempts. Mawani Haroti on report for a high tackle on Jackson Purdue. And CC for Talaka on report for dangerous contact with Murray Tuolangi. 4 restarts. Penalties of 5-2 to the Cowboys. The crowd, 17,888. Kick downfield. Great catch by Mawani Haroti. 10 out for the Sharks line, Louis, with 90 seconds to go.
Well, they have to score here. They have to score in this the next 40 seconds to get one more chance at trying to win this game, but I can't see. But that's the sets that North Queensland need to do.
So now up in centre field. The tackle made on Haroti, 31 out from his own line. He slaps the surface, gets up, plays it to Brayley. Goes right to a stepping Stone Street. He scored 8 metres short of halfway with 1 minute 10 to go. Brayley comes left to Trindle out the back. Kennedy, quick hands, passes it to the Worms. Scooped up by Hero. He drops it. Cowboys pick it up. And Helam Lukey on the charge. Straight past Wilton over the 30, over the 20, through Kennedy's over to score. 52 seconds to go. Helam Lukey joins the try-scoring party. North Queensland 46, Cronulla Sutherland 34. Another try, Louis, scored by Lukey this time in the 80th minute.
Yeah, well, what about this? Well, the Sharks had to try something, and they had to keep the ball alive. They tried to get the ball out left to KL. He couldn't pick it up. And then Helam Lukey, big back row on the right edge. He couldn't believe his luck. There was the ball sitting just in front of him. So he bends over, picks it, I'll have a little bit of a stab. Palms one off in Teague Wilton, then runs down the sideline, palms another one in Will Kennedy, and his good mate next to him, Tommy Chester, dives over the line with him, scores a great try, seals the game, 46-34, kick to come, 40 seconds left on the clock.
Touchline, Laurie Spina, what a win here for the Cowboys in the end.
Yeah, certainly was. A couple of times there when Cronulla were scoring those tries in a row, it looked tough for them, but the turning point, big chase and Tamalolo run down the middle, and it sort of lifted the side, and yeah, together with Tom Dearden, just got him home. I tell you what, plenty of entertainment tonight. Here's a jaunty stat. The last 5 games, the team that scored first has won. Guess who scored first tonight? The Cowboys.
See, you listen to the morsels, and good will come. 20 seconds to go on the text line. Great call, chaps. Game set bacon, says Bretto. Enjoying your call, Maury. You're feeling a bit nervous, though, from Tony and Parks, just for a second. Maury, Louis, Laurie, nice acquisition. Drinkwater for us Dragons. Here's Clifford, 21 out. He moves in, he strikes it, misses it near side again. 5 from 9 he's going to finish with. That'll be all she wrote. 46-34. North Queensland defeats Cronulla. We'll get Laurie to record an interview shortly for Q's post-game show. And quickly, Luke Lewis, your ABC Player of the Year points.
I went Ruben Cotter for 3. I thought he was absolutely brilliant out there. Led from the front, so he gets my 3 points. Drinkwater, just purely because of the plays and the tries that he set up. Outstanding game. He gets my 2. And I gave Talakai 1 for the Cronulla Sharks. He was absolutely devastating on that right edge.
3 points, Ruben Cotter. 2 points, Scott Drinkwater. 1 point, CC for Talakai. A 26-12 halftime lead ends up a 46-34 victory. All right, thank you, Louis. I'll catch you tomorrow at the SFS on air from 2 o'clock. Let's get to Lang Park in Brisbane. Brisbane Broncos and Canterbury Bankstown a sellout. Quentin Hull's there with Billy Moore and Zane Bojack. Over to you, Q.
Thank you, Andrew, and your timing is perfect because the sombre mood is about to descend across the cauldron here. The colourful party is not too far away as we observe Anzac Eve here at Lang Park. Just before the ceremony, the team news is that Bailey Hayward goes to the bench and Jake Turpin will start at hooker for Canterbury Bankstown. Outside of that, the touted news that Jesse Arthurs will not play at fullback, won't play at all, with Hayes Perham coming in to a battered Broncos team. Quentin Hull alongside Billy Moore with Zane Bojack down on the touchline. Light rain falling, and Billy, welcome to you just as we're hearing the precursor to the Anzac observance. How are you?
I'm great. How good is it? The sold out sign's going up. A packed house for a big game. 2 big teams on a very big day.
And Zane Bojack close at hand. Tingles every time, isn't it, on these nights? Here they come. Zano, welcome to you. There is a little bit of rain about just before we see the players enter and everyone take formation for the Anzac observance.
Absolutely, Q. Always poignant moment. This is all the armed forces. We've got the Navy, we've got the Royal Australian Air Force and the Australian Army all represented, and certainly the referee's about to come in through the big tunnel, and then we're going to have the players come in as well, and nothing beats this huge crowd. Anzac ceremony as here come the referees now.
So White Raymond, the ref tonight. He leads our three officials onto the field from the centre tunnel. Lang Park in dark bar, the spotlight on halfway.
Here at Suncorp, please raise your lights in readiness to welcome our team. And leading the teams out onto the field tonight is Brisbane Broncos Club representative, ex-SASR Corporal Adam Walsh. And now welcome to the field, the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs and our Brisbane Broncos.
Stephen Crichton alongside Adam Reynolds, the two teams walking out of the middle tunnel together as the cauldron is a picture of mobile phone lights in the stands here with the spotlight on the four flags in the middle of the ground, the Australia, the New Zealand, the Aboriginal and the Torres Strait flags. The ode is going to be recited by Regimental Sergeant Major Jamie Otto, and your bugler tonight is Corporal Benjamin Bruni.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand if you are able for the mounting of the catafalque, and please remain standing for the remainder of the ceremony. The catafalque party commander, Corporal Cassandra Rutter, will now mount the catafalque.
Catapult party, attention! Catapult party, slow! Catapult party, out! Catapult party, outwards, turn. Catapult party, rest on.
Officer Lieutenant Colonel Daniel King and tonight's captains Stephen Crichton and Adam Reynolds are now invited to lay wreaths.
Forward walk the skippers. View on high, Billy, here. We're in the 6th level of the Western Stand. There's basically a cordon of officers on the 30-metre lines either side of halfway, across that bridge of 40 metres as well, as Reynolds and Crichton show their respects. What a privilege it is to be here every day for these people, because of these people, and to be here to bring it to our listeners tonight.
Well, there's no more powerful moment we have any day of the year in this great country. What an amazing ceremony.
They lay a wreath right on halfway to the skippers and show a moment of respect, basically 8 metres in from the western touch line, and now walk back out to their positions 20 metres in next to those flags for the continuation of the observance.
Catapult party, attention!
The Regimental Sergeant Major, Warrant Officer Class 1 Jamie Otto will now recite the Ode of Remembrance. Corporal Benjamin Bruni will sound the last post, followed by a moment of silence and the reps.